get this thing going on here. I know it's late. I know it's late. I know it's late. I know it's late. But I just need to get some things clear in here. How could I do this? How could I do this? How could I do this? Do this? I guess. Matter of fact, let me put this link up right here. Okay. We're gonna talk about some things, man. Real rap, no cap. You know what I'm saying? Can STL run the tables at MAX-OUT3? Let's go, man. Y'all be tripping. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do, man. Let me see. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. Let me see. There's people coming in. I guess I ain't got no choice. I didn't want to really do nothing, but I'm gonna start doing that though, for real though. All jokes aside. I know what I'm gonna start doing. Okay, I know what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna start doing this. Okay, I'm gonna start doing this. Okay, so while the show finna begin and we giving people time to come in and everything, I'm just gonna host some things, right? No doubt. We finna get it. If y'all ever pay attention to my music and stuff, man, I be popping this real stuff, man. I don't see how y'all don't be getting this, man. Right? Okay. So while we giving people time to come up in here and everything so we can talk about these things, man. Listen, while we giving people time to get up in this, man, this is what I'm gonna do, right? When I start playing some of this stuff, I'm gonna have my face right here. This cut right here, like when I first got out of prison, right? A lot of people wanted to know, like, they was like asking me questions like, man, what really happened? What was the real deal of what happened? You know, because a lot of people didn't know. Because once I got taken away and people started finding out and I was already gone and stuff like that, there was a lot of people trying to cover themselves. And so when I had got out, everybody wanted to know the real truth of what was going on. Happened. So my guy, DJ Bay, he had made this track, and I just felt this was the perfect track to explain the whole breakdown of what took place. So the name of this song is called Indictment, and it explains everything that happened for the most part of me going to prison and the betrayal and all the things. So check this out.
Welcome home, baby.
Malachi release. Stick the indictment right here, dog. I know you didn't want to see me out. Who gonna shut me up now? I'ma get life, baby. That's how we roll. Truth back now, cracking. And time to wake up the hood. Malachi album release, all but it's all to the good. They wanna know about my story, the truth about Corey. This Armageddon and me and Ice and my partner before me. Trust me, you really don't got the ear for it. Partner steady and don't think they make the draw for it. Imagine 36 ounces of raw blended in water, then double to over 96 within 20 hours. The block hours, but the hood power come with its drama. Ain't on my mama, they gon' hate me for it. Trust me, I know it. My mother was best friends with your moms, and we played in the tub. My sister and your cuz, who were tighter than we was. I don't care about the time. I don't even care about you lying. I don't even care about you stealing. But you playing with my feelings. I named my son after you, and this is what you do. Dog, you really got me twisted, and I know you somewhere listening. These cats ain't soldiers, man. I'm the reason why you have money in your pocket. I'm the reason why you even known in these streets. Yeah, because I really did know the name. But you played me. Who fed you, dog? Who cribbed you lived in? Who the reason why you out here known, dog? That's me, dog. I'm that brother. MallikiBaker, love you, cuz. So you made it. You ain't never spent $1,000. You ain't never owned a crib. You ain't never had a whip. And nobody knew you here. You never wore no bigger diamonds. Who the one that got you shining? What's the reason why you grinding? What's the reason why you lying? Talking about how you never got those people on me. See, that's only because I beat you and I entered that plea for shorter time. But what friend of mine was steal from his homie, lay with my woman. And I didn't even owe you no money. And it's funny because I loved you and I opened my home. Your heart don't even care no more for you cause it's wrong. Now the streets leave you alone because they all know the truth. And the guys that hang around you, they ain't knowing the truth. Tried to introduce you to Ice, but he was telling me like, this brother funny, he bad money, I don't trust him for nothing. But I'm like, dog, that's my man for over 25 years. Blood, sweat, and tears, but I'm the only one doing these years. I'ma tell you about betrayal. Betrayal comes from within. That's how you get close to inflict the night, player. See, that's what you did to me, to never be you. Because I really did love you, cuz. But you played my old dog, man. 25 years. We eating at the same table. And this what you do to me, man. We even got the same family. You tell me, came the cold. Love you, cuz. But you played.
Done did it, what he do it for? We ain't cut from the same cloth, yeah, you knew it, bro. Conniving and backstabbing, on a low sack grabbing. Rather be swift, real spit, though it's coming at you like the body snatcher. Bet the shotty grab you. Fatty bastard, loyalty is a concept. Honor is a privilege, something that you ain't earned yet. Hard to understand why you ain't been burned yet. Guess it ain't your turn yet. 24 like that, 10 toes strike back. Getting like click clack. Corey, did you get that? On sight, split that. Leave from the state, but on sight, I'ma get that. Never knew what love's about. She done brought them plugs out. Screaming you a thug. I put blood in a thug's mouth. Spit out and try to get. You ain't never been a friend. I'ma get stand up. DNA that we
never spoke to Keisha. I ain't even wanna meet her. But you brought that woman to me. She was working with them people. Then they hit me with 16 and they kicked you with 3. You can justify to your lip bust, but we all know what's up. Then certain kids got taken. Cause you throw from your partner. They hit the spot and they found dope and 2 baby socks. And I'm not threatened by none. More afraid of no guns. I'm more petrified than scrutinized and you bumping your gums. But when you talk, the police come like where you know this man from and where you get this show from. I tell you what I know, son. Play I'm talking to gangster, but they living a lie. See, I sacrifice and I testify to the soul of my life. Put the hood on it, cause everybody snitching the coffin to the pen or to the coffin like the evidence missing. You told secrets nobody knew that I mentioned to you. Your affidavit, 200 pages of places and faces. Milwaukee full of these cowards, and I bet you 1,000. They bad mouthing and pointing. Now with a fugitive wanted, I don't go to clubs or lay with tricks. I'm through being friends. In the end, I won't be in the slam a cock in this hammer. I don't rap, I speak the truth. This is the new order. I'ma get right. No more informers, no more racing, no more fake. It'll never be you. On the real, I really did. So they X you out, dog. But you know me. You can't even name one girl that I ain't hook you up with, dog. Everything you ever had came from me. I'm the one, so you know the truth. It'll never be you. Because I really did love you, cuz. I'm the man, you cowards. Everybody know who you is. Everybody know your name now, Mr. Corey. This is what you do, dog. This is what you made me, dog. This is what I released to the streets to become, dog. Everybody know what's going down in Milwaukee to Chicago. You can't hide from this.
Didn't I tell you it's coming back?
The world don't know you, player, all because of me, and I did it again. I'ma get it right.
I'ma get it for life.
I'ma have to murder ya.
I'ma get it for life.
I'ma have to murder ya.
I'ma get it for life.
I'ma have to murder ya.
I'ma get it for life. 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 I'ma get it for life.
Now, just to get a little bit more background. So So the guy who betrayed me and ended up basically setting me up to the cops. You know, we were friends, you know, for over since before our mama was even before we was even born. Both our mama was best friends, you know. And so our families are tied into each other, you know what I'm saying? My sister got a baby by his first cousin. Actually, my sister first 3 kids by his cousin. They got married and everything. And my sister ended up being the one taking care of me after my mama died. As a result of that, if you're paying attention to the song, I said I wouldn't have never spoke to Keisha. I ain't even want to meet her. That was a girl he was messing with that was working with the police that was introduced to me. Then when the girl who's singing on the hook, her children ended up getting taken in the process because he was stealing. And he was stealing, and I ain't know about him stealing. So he was cause we had found out how to stretch the dope. We had found out that's the dope. So when my guy taught me how to stretch the dope, well, we could actually take 4 ounces of dope and make it out of how many ounces of dope we wanted to. So my guy taught me how to stretch the dope. That's why I said, imagine 36 ounces of raw blended in water. He told me how to stretch the dope by using the blender with the water, the cake mix in the blender and the water to stretch the dope, minus in the baking soda. So we learned how to stretch the dope by blending it with the water, minimizing the baking soda to double the profit of the dope. So I did that. And as a result of him teaching us that, this is what I said. I started basically giving the dope away for free to lock down the clientele from the hood and things like that, to do away with all the other traffickers who was competition. So when we would get the dope, I would give it to him, and then he'll come back and tell me what he flipped it into. So if we went and got 4.5 or 9 ounces, he'll tell me he made the 4 into 6 or 7. But what he was doing was giving a false number while cuffing other dope. So I was so deep in the game that I had got a person to tell me that I got a person to tell me that we were going to get hit from the police soon, but we didn't know. So they gave me the house that the police was going to raid. Gave me heads up on that. So I told him, like, hey, we supposed to get raided at such and such house. So make sure that house is cleared out and nothing is in the house. He was like, bet, okay, I got it. So sometime within that week, they hit the house and raided the house and came and told me, like, hey, they hit the house over there. I was like, ain't nothing there, so we should be good. They like, no, they hit the house and they found dope. I said, how did they find dope? Wasn't nothing supposed to be there. I told him to make sure nothing there, because we might be getting hit and raided sometime this week. And they was like, and homegirl kids got tooken. That's why I said I would have never spoke to her, you know, because, you know, that's the girl who actually singing on the hook. When I said, and Zerda kids got tooken because you stole from me, partner. They hit the spot and they found dope in 2 bags. He had the dope hidden in the kids' socks and supporting those houses while he was messing around with her. So she ended up getting her kids tooken. I had to go bond her out of jail for like $5,000. I had to bond her out of jail for $5,000. Then he come around. I'm like, bro, what happened? I thought wasn't nothing supposed to been in the house. I told you that like days ago. He like, man, I forgot, man. I forgot I had something up in. So I said, how much did they find? He said they found 2 ounces. I'm like, 2 ounces? Why that wasn't in the count when you told me to count when you went to go shift the stuff and took it to someplace else? He like, man, I forgot. But my problem was, how did I not know that though? How 2 ounces go unheard of? I didn't know nothing about it. So that's when I found out he was like stealing type stuff, you know. So that was on what that was, right? So if y'all notice, right, then I come back and hit with this song right here. It's called The Streets Want Me Dead. Let me tell you what this song was about. Now remember, when I get out, a lot of people scared, right? Because a lot of backstabbing stuff was going on. So people were trying to get me back in the dope game. A lot of people didn't want to believe that I was really a changed man. They thought it was just a front for the system, and they thought that I was just playing the game to get back revenge on everybody who betrayed me while I was locked up. So they were doing a lot of dirty, underhanded stuff. You know what I'm saying? To try to set me up with the police and to violate my parole and try to provoke me to anger. So I wrote this song right here.
They say that I can't win from losing, from the partner that I keep on choosing. So welcome you city of fools, we be wearing them shoes. Tattoo scriptures and Christ on my back, off in the Cadillac. I'm not suspicious, if you want me, come get me. When you stick me, you better kill me, cause I don't forget face. I stay in them places, sick to a room. Me and my goon, mask on, bandana soldiers, two in a holster. Ponderosa with the rope that I told you. Roll over, mouth on the curb, on my word. Ain't no Milwaukee, the capital of indictment in thick of city. Drama unfold, khaki clothes, a lonely road. Friends become foes, and for the dope, I lost partners and shot at my father. For the hood scholar, grams on country, I act a donkey and multiply. Quarters and a half divided in bags. And Calvin put a price on my head, trying to set me up to work for the feds. Penitentiary calling, cause the chances I take, the block starving, but we gon' eat on, I'm not a G. The hood truest, cause I'm the only one who gon' do it. Mark Kelly is Smith, the Malachi. Die in the back of the paddy wagon, the young dragon lost to the state. I plot vengeance on every snitch involved in my case. My baby's crying, my woman too weak to even reach for me. Medicine only keeping me, Lord, it ain't no peace in me. Whatever happened to them being my dogs, whenever I call, everything I did for y'all. I ain't ready to go, I ain't running no more. Shoulder to shoulder, we blast out, rags on them out. Ride out till the wheel fall. All in favor, why we never kick it with y'all? For a woman, you will turn quick, playing the trick. Somehow forget what we bout, now you stuck in the house. Remember memories when we gon' get out of the ghetto by any means, and now you quitting on the regime. What kind of team will hustle without a dream and stay in spots like freaking machines 7 days of the week? Promise me that you'll never break and never gon' be a fake. This be our covenant till I die. And Calvin put a price on my head, trying to set me up to work for the feds. Penitentiary calling, cause the chances I take, the block starving, but we gon' eat on, I'm not a G. The hood truest, cause I'm the only one who gon' do it. Mark Kelly is Smith, the Malachi, live it or die. I'm getting letters from homies in penitentiary, telling me how they hurting and broken, leaking for certain, cause they women desert them. I write them back, what's the word on the street? Beside junkies who all ballin', soldiers who fallin', three-way calling, cause they don't make us no more. He was sensitive, mama boys, aluminum foil, plastic and toys, they chip ahoy, crumble and fumble before the rush, and got the nerve to speak against us. You ain't never been touched, ever been cut to the point you shut your mouth and never seen like 34 riding right outside your house. No exaggerating, hoods testify me. Who in Milwaukee know what's up, wouldn't mention me. I'm a Getting boy, 34th and Halley boy. I had the Carter popping 5 years feeding the kids. They started sending the cops raiding my spots, and rivalries ended only a minute till the block was replenished. In my repentance, I regret what I did, cause I was told this the way I should live. Shell covered my crib, gave the state 10 years, me and my peers, and I never even shed a tear. In my world premiere, let's give a cheer and a toast to the Don. Hand it over cause the time is mine, and the game is mine. And Calvin put a price on my head, trying to work for the feds. Penitentiary calling, cause the chances I take, the block starving, but we gon' eat on, I'm not a G. The hood truest, cause I'm the only one who gon' do it. Mark Kelly is Smith, the Malachi, live it or die. time to illegal now. I advise every brother that's out there hustling on them streets, put that money up and invest yourself in a business or something. It's time to illegal now. Ain't no future in that lifestyle. If you don't want to die at an early age or be locked up in jail for the rest of your life, all these snitches and informers out here, put your paper up. Stop hustling for these bras, trying to be noticed. Friends make the best enemies, remember that. Betrayal always come from the inside. And that's word to the wise. For real.
Dog, what? Man, stop playing, bro. Stop playing, man. Game? What? What? Listen, when I said in that second verse, I said, I'm in the back of the paddy wagon. I started going back to when I was in the back of the paddy wagon when they indicted me and put me behind that police car in the back of the paddy wagon. And it was because my baby mama had pulled up because they had like your baby daddy. And I never forget, it was October 21st. It was on Sweetest Day because she had went and go get herself ready for the day, went and go get her hair and her nails did so that we could kick it together. So they had hit me, and when they hit me and got me, she was gone. So people outside seeing it, and then they hitting her like, hey, they got your baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? But she ended up finding out and hurrying back while they still, going through everything. So when she pulled up and got out the car, it was crazy because while I was in the paddy wagon, I forgot how beautiful. You know how like when you with somebody for a long time and when you with them, you tend to forget how beautiful they are because you're so used to them. And when she got out of the car, man, she was just beautiful, like gorgeous. And it's like I remembered it, how it was being taken away from me at the same time. Like, and then the police was like, somebody said, that's his baby mama right there. Then the police looked like AU to her. And she already knew like the drill type stuff. So she like, I ain't trying to hear nothing, They're like, hey, you come here, you hear me? Then she like, no, I don't got nothing to say to y'all. And he like, hey, what's his name? All this trying to, find out more stuff. Then he got mad at her and started snapping on her. But I knew right there at that moment, right? I knew right there at that moment, it was basically all over. And that was the end of the road for me because I had already been on the run, hiding, and they had finally got me. And result. That's why in that song I said, I'm in the back of the paddy wagon, a young dragon lost to the street. But I plot vengeance on every snitch involved in my case. My baby's crying. My woman too weak to even reach for me. Medicine only keeping me. Lord, it ain't no peace in me. And then I get to going back to how it was so many of us. But during the time when I went down, no one was in my corner. Nobody at all. I was like stripping from everything all in one day. I was stripping from friends, stripping from family, stripped from relationships, stripped from money, stripped from power, stripped from influence, like all in just one day, like immediately all just gone. I was alive, but I was dead to the world at the same time, And then I said, whatever happened to them being my dogs, whenever I called, everything I did for y'all. No more. I ain't ready to go. Shoulder to shoulder, we blast out, rags in the mouth. We ride out to the wheel fall, bleeding and all in favor of why I never kick it with y'all. For a woman, you would turn quick playing the trick. Somehow forgot what we bout. Now you stuck in the house. Remember memory swearing we gonna get out of the ghetto by any means, but now you quitting on a regime. What kind of team would hustle without a dream and stay in spots like freaking machines every day of the week? Because we would stay in those houses and those spots every day, 7 days a week, like machines, just getting money. At the same time, not knowing everybody had a personal agenda of their own. Everybody had It just seemed to like opportunity had to present itself for everyone's personal agenda to be revealed at my expense. At my expense. So wrote that Streets Want Me Dead because of everything that was actually surrounding everything. So it wasn't just the police. It wasn't just the dope things. It wasn't just the women. It was everything all coming in together in the fold to actually, you know, take away from anything I was trying to build to do. Because every time I tried to build to do something, it wasn't successful. At that time, I didn't know what was going on. So I had to find out later that it was actually just God's hand on me that he was doing. On a step further, right? Going on a step further from it. This right here is my favorite song. This is my favorite. This just hit my heart. Like, so this I met in prison. I started teaching him how to do music, man. He got real good, man. And when he had got out, he presented this music to me. And basically telling me how he appreciate me teaching him how to make music. And when I heard this beat, man, I just fell in love with it and it just drew out my passions. And that's what I like about my personal music. My personal music that I do with just me involved, I get to express my passion and actually reveal real true things about my life and actually put it in a form where people can not only relate, but understand the passion of my pain by which who I am right now today. So this song right here is called 2 Boards, 3 Nails. If y'all don't understand what 2 boards and 3 nails is, that's basically like, that's what the crucifixion is. 2 boards, 3 nails, 1 in the hand, 1 in the other hand, 1 through the feet. 2 boards, 3 nails is just an expression of the sacrifices that I had to make and actually give up to come to the point I am right now. And what I love about this song is the creativity of the hook by which I love how I was creative in the hook, because it's actually like 3 hooks at the same time, but all 3 of the hooks is complementing each other. The beat speaks for itself. And then and the things I'm saying in it, man, you know, this is my favorite song though.
The game been needing a soldier like me, and you finna find out. I've been in prison for 7 years listening to y'all garbage, but I'm out now. Parole won't stop me, haters can't knock me, coward won't drop me. This the dawning of a new era. The game need a resurrection, baby. If they murder me, call and give them the medal. See, I dance with the devil, put on a pedal, Milwaukee's rebel. Even in death, my story ain't gon' still be settled. Wound to the left, I bite and scratch until there's no breath. See, I got homies that bust, thirsty to die, martyr for my heavenly father. Live for tomorrow, nothing in crime. These cowards so-called gangsters ain't on they man. Pulling down my pants to a flipper, a buster, a stripper, drinking damn me both of my livers. What's wrong with the picture? I'm the next Obama Hussein, lost in the game, hunted by a life of cocaine. As the world turns, deep journeys, killing to me like burns. You were, it's how we mourn. True soldiers born, urban dictators, watching haters, threatening the greatness. Content, failing to win, show they homage and fakeness. My life flashed before my eyes, my baby mamas cry. All my money is spent, homies just came and went. What did it all mean? My life's a ghetto story. Warriors march and call on God, play it to my heart. Witness betrayal when all open the jail, the week back on my die on 2 boards and 3 nails. 2 boards, 3 nails. 2 boards, 3 nails. 2 boards, 3 nails. I don't do it for money. I prove my point that I'm the greatest alive, the hottest unsigned. I do this so my soldier can ride, hit and survive. Pride conquers mountains and giants. I'm standing like David, Rocks on the pavement, siding like Jason. Meditating, just too much hating, like it's contagious. Racist, politicians, invaders chasing this paper. My homie died, Block 45, closing his eye. Point bank, everyone why. Somebody help me, my baby mama's a lesbian, sleeping with all my boys and hate my guts. Watching and plotting to set me up with handcuffs or a sucker in love. Loading his slug to shower me in the shower or pillow me after hours. The venom is in a denim, so who can handle a fool who lives breaking the rules? No conscience of what he do. Sex is power, and so many die before they time. I promise you Armageddon, trying to take me from mine. My life flashed before my eyes. My baby mama's cry, all my money is spent. Homie just came and went. What did it all mean? My life's a ghetto story. Warriors march and call on God, playing to my heart. When they betrayal, when all fail, open the jail. Cause we gon' pack them or die on 2 boards and 3 nails. 2 boards, 3 nails. 2 boards, 3 nails. 2 boards, 3 nails. I'll see you in hell before I ever build my life. Ran to my wife, approached the dice, and I'm in the night. Seen hype that put up fights better than gangsters. And know some broads with box cutters that'll straight up shank you. Milwaukee banking, truth and sentence worse than the feds. I know some dudes who'll pick you up off your head, and I got reasons I live, reasons I die, reasons I cry, reasons I sleep with, reasons I don't get high. If murder's coming to get me, here I am. Better make sure I'm not breathing in fire. Lord knows me, the treasure better than pleasure. Measured by how you left me, if God showed me that kept me high. Lead the day, live the day, thirst the day, I'm on the day. News go out and blast away. I ain't dead yet. I ain't gone yet. Who you know dropping like this? Who you know realer than this? My life flashed before my eyes. My baby mama's cry. All my money is spent. Homies that came and went. What did it all mean? My life's a ghetto story. Warriors march and call on God. Play it to my heart. When they betrayal, when all fail, open the jail. Cause we gon' pack them or die on 2 boards and 3 nails. I'll be here.
Man, boy, I'm telling you, man, what? Dog, man, stop playing, man. Listen at that beat. Man, be so crazy. Hey, when that hook be going on, I be like, my life flashed before my eyes. My baby mama's cry. All my money is spent. And what's crazy about that, right? The reason why I put that in the hook is because when I went to prison, my baby mama started hating me. All the water was cut off. And now they had to do things on their own. They wasn't used to doing things on their own for the most part. So what ends up happening, they go back to the same way that they knew. Prostitution. They started going to prostitution, laying down with the homies, enemies. It was crazy. That's why in the second part I said, mama's a lesbian, sleeping with all my boys and hate my guts because she blamed me for her struggles. So she said, and I said, my baby mama's a lesbian, sleeping with all my boys and hate my guts, watching and plotting to set me up with handcuffs. Because remember, they started trying to set me up with the police because they had did so much dirt when I was gone. They did so much dirt when I was gone. They was afraid I was going to retaliate. So in order to prevent retaliating, they tried to violate my parole. That's why I said, my baby mama's a lesbian, sleeping with all my boys and hate my guts, watching and plotting to set me up with handcuffs or a sucker in love, loading his slug to shower me in the shower or pillow me out the hours. Because I had from a shooter one time said that basically my baby mama was having sex with him to try to get him to kill me. So I said, so that's why I say in the songs, plotting to set me up with handcuffs or sucking love, loading the slugs to shower me in the shower or pillow me out the hour. I said this, I said, the venom is in her denims. The venom is in her denims. So who can handle a fool who live breaking the rules, no conscious of what he do? The guy who she was having sex with to me. The venom is in her denim. So who can handle a fool who live breaking rules, no conscious of what he do? When sex and power and so many die before their time. But I promise you, Armageddon trying to take me from mine. Man, I'm telling you, look, see, when you really, man, I'm telling you, man. Anyway, man, it's enough people in here right now. We can begin the show, man. I think before I start mute from here on out, I'm gonna let my face be seen, and I may give y'all some background to the songs that I play, so y'all can have an understanding of what it is, so that when you listening to these things, you can relate to them more. That's one of the songs right there, you know. And the hook is just so touching to me because I understand what was going on. So when I be like, my life flashed before my baby mama cry, all my money is spent, homies just came and went. What did it all mean? My life's a ghetto story. If you really hear, you be like, man, that should have been a movie. My life's a ghetto story. Warrior marching, call on God, play it to the heart. Witness betrayal when all fail, open the jails. Because we gonna pack them or die on 2 boards and 3 nails. But while that's going on, I like what the hook's saying, because I told you while that hook going on, it's 3 parts to that hook going on at the same time. So while I'm like, my life, you hear, until they murder me, I'll be right here. I'll be here. I'll be here. Until they murder me, I'll be right here. I just like how that blend in with the hook, and it's like harmony to me. But the passion that's coming out of it, complimenting the track, man, it just moved me every time I hear it, because I understand what was going on, and what I'm talking about is just laying out the play for play of what actually took place. Anyway, man. So ARP announced Young Ill return to battle rap. How many of y'all excited about Young Ill's return to battle rap? He also announces Briz Rothstein return to battle rap. Card, man. Young Ill and Briz, Young Ill, Briz Rothstein. Look, let me tell y'all something. I don't even know if I should even give this one up. I know the whole card. I know the whole entire card. It's another announcement that haven't been. It's another announcement that haven't been made. That's gonna be groundbreaking. Also, this card is loaded. I don't want him to do too much. I don't want him to do too much on this card, because I'm hearing about him wanting to put 10 battles on it. I think he should leave it solid. Leave it with the solid 6 and just let it be a monumental night for battle rap. Let it be a monumental night for battle rap. Don't let it be so long, even though it's a chance of it being good, but don't let it be so long that it could knock the energy needed for the rest of the battles. Y'all get what I'm saying? Don't let it be so long that it could knock the energy needed for the battles that matters most. So he did his thing, though, man. Shouts out to ARP, man. He did his thing. Theron Jones. Theron Jones said, am I supposed to be excited to see Young Ill again? Didn't he die last time on stage? I'm not gonna say he died. He died because he was actually good. He just had one of those rounds that wasn't so good, but he didn't win. He didn't win. But the thing about Young Ill is he one of those likable persons, man. Young Ill is one of those likable persons, man, that you want to see win. You want to see do good. And if what was said about him was true and the brother actually come from having a setback that bad, well, it may have led to drugs. You want to encourage and inspire the brother to actually look in himself, to great things, to give him a level of support by which he can have something for and go after, you know. So I commend brothers that they able to do things legally without doing illegally. So I commend him on that, man. And I applaud his return, hoping he can do something good at the end of the day, you know, because I think that's definitely necessary. Do y'all believe St. Louis can run the table? Can St. Louis run the table? Or would they be thrown off the table? Do they run the table or do they thrown through the table? How about that, Dudley boys? WWF styles. Darren Jones say bloggers say they want to see him win like fans care. Fans do care. You may not care, but fans care. And let me tell you something. Young Ill coming back and have a dynamic performance, his stock skyrockets. When you see how dry battle rap is and how it's so oversaturated, to see something different we ain't used to seeing says a whole lot, brother. Says a whole lot. And if he can come back and be impactful, his stock skyrockets automatically. Yeah. His stock skyrocket. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just making sure these blogs go through. Um okay. So yeah, man, you don't want to just say nothing like that. Man, battle rap is so oversaturated. Everything you see continue to people continue to do the same thing over and over again. That's one thing I like about ARP. What I like about ARP is that he, by being a battle rap fan, also he do care about the culture. He care about what the people like. He care about keeping them entertained, and he go out of his way and put up with a lot of stuff to make sure he can put together good cards. And whatever he's saying to them people behind the scene, apparently it's working. Because when those battle rappers are booked and they go on RBE platforms, they put on some of the best battles of their careers. Okay? Especially when URL had made it up in their mind that they suspended them and didn't want to work with them. So what they do when they want to get the URL back attention to get back in relationship with them, they go on RBE and put on some of the greatest performances. URL get their attention, they get the buzzing on RBE, and then they backstab ARP and go right back to go right over the URL. You know? So it is. Um Do St. Louis run this table? One thing. Okay, let me tell you the things I like and the things I don't like. Like I've been telling y'all, I like that it's something different. I like the fact of knowing that by being something different, it makes the anticipation greater. We expect things from it, so I like that. I like the fact that they bringing back St. Louis. I like the fact that Midwest movement is going crazy up there. What's going on, Chosen? I like the fact that movement is actually going there, and he trying to bring back the good old days when battle rap was at an all-time great. I like that. I like that it's something different. I like the fact that, you know what I'm saying, the matchups is nice based upon what he left to work with. I like that about him. I love the fact that he do a good job putting matchups together, seeing that he's limited to resources. I like how he do that. I like how he do that and make it work. What I don't like the fact that it's in a small room. Briz is a main stage battle rapper. Young Ill is a main stage battle rapper. Hitman Holla is a main stage battle rapper. And Verb, for the most part, when he on top of his game, can be a main stage battle rapper. For the most part. A battle rap event of this magnitude, should be on the main stage. When you bring in back an arsenal this crazy, I would love to hear crowd reactions and room shakers. For real. Like it brought back a big room for Cassidy. You should have did it for a card of this magnitude. You should have. I just want to see rock the venues. That's the only thing I said. No, two things. That is not a main stage, but however, I mean, Blue Room, however you want it. I mean, it is what it is. And the idea of 10 battles one night on a card, that might be a little bit obsessive. 10 battles. I don't know if I want to watch 10 battles in one day. I think that'll take away from the energy and excitement needed, once again, for the battles that do matter. So that's my only thing. That's my only thing. Other than that, I'm excited and I can't wait. So let's talk about some things. I need some people up here who know about battle rap. I need some people up here who know battle rap so we can talk about some things. Need some people up here also to enjoy the conversation. Let me see. So we can talk about this thing. Will St. Louis run the table, or would they be thrown through the table? Is we're going to give St. Louis, if we're going to St. Louis brothers, if they going to run the table since it's day night, well, it ain't. Is it really day night, or is it Bridge Rothstein night? Is they all opening up? Is St. Louis being for Bridge Rothstein? Hold on, who main event? Is it Hitman and Ill Will, or is it Bridge Rothstein and Show Off? That's another thing, man. It's a lot of headliners on here. I might have changed the. I wouldn't have called this. I wouldn't have called this MAX-OUT3. I probably would have called this something else because it's a lot of headliners. Theron John, what's going on, brother?
Yeah, What's up, True man? What's up, man?
I'm good. Let's talk about it.
I'm not sold on St. Louis running battle rap. I'm not sold on that at all.
Hold on. What you mean running battle rap? I mean running the tables that night. We know they don't run battle rap right now.
Oh, okay. Okay. Because
I'm
I
talking
thought
about
you were saying battle rap because that's
no,
completely false. Okay,
no.
running the
I'm,
table at
yeah,
MAX-OUT3,
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Would
bro.
they? Do
That's
you believe all three of them gonna be successful? Like who you got winning, who you got losing, and why? Let me see what we talking about. What we doing?
true. Hell no, man. They're not winning nothing. I'll predict every single one of those guys lose horribly.
Oh, so you got them going 0 for 3. You got them Dudley boy.
Absolutely.
So you got them being smashed through the tables.
Absolutely.
Okay, talk about it.
None of those guys have showed that they're even capable of beating their opponents. All of them are on horrible losing streaks. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real.
Hold on,
Hitman Holla
Hitman Holla lost one battle. What you mean losing streak?
won. Oh no. He has lost 5 battles in a row.
Okay, give me his
And
5.
he died
Give me his
against
5 battles in
Calico.
a row. No, I didn't
Okay.
have him. I didn't have him losing the Calico, but go ahead.
Oh my God, no. Okay.
I didn't have him losing the Calico.
He lost to Bill Collector.
No, I didn't have him losing to no bill collector.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my. Okay.
It's
Bill
your opinion,
Collector,
though. That don't mean I
Bill
gotta be right.
Collector,
I'm just telling you my opinion.
Cassidy,
No,
Bill
I didn't have him
Collector,
losing to no Cassidy.
Cassidy,
I didn't have him losing to no Cassidy.
Calico, easy to block. Okay. All right. 4 in a row.
He lost the easy to me, but
But he didn't lose to Calico. Oh my God. That guy, his material is watered down. Hitman, don't forget the back. What was the backlash? Do we not remember the backlash Hitman Holla got versus Easy the Block Captain? They were saying the guy's all ABC raps. He's all performance. He's watered down. They were saying he's at the tail end of his battle rap career.
well,
I don't understand how could somebody pick Ill Will, a consistent battle rapper, to lose to Hitman Holla, Mr. Eliminator. Is we serious here? Are we really serious? Now, I watch VH1. I watch VH1 all the time when nothing is going on TV. So I see Hitman Holla maybe 30 times a day on Wildin' Out. So I get it why the fans would pay money to see Hitman Holla live. But guess what? It's not on a big stage. So I don't know how good that Hitman Holla's going to be. So
well, he
I'm
definitely
not
better
sold.
bring his bars in that small room. He definitely better bring his bars.
Yeah, bring the AB. Yeah, bring the eliminate them bars. Yeah, right. I'm not sold on that battle at all. Truth, I'm not sold on that battle. Now,
you not sold on it? Wait. What you mean? So you not sold on Ill Will and Hitman Holla? What you mean you not sold on it though?
All right, let me correct. I'm not sold on Hitman Holla winning the battle. Okay, I do, because don't get me wrong, I do love to see Hitman Holla because I do think he's entertaining even when he's losing, because he acts like his bars was fire and it's like, bro, your bars trash. It's like it's all entertaining to me, honestly. But Hitman Holla will not win around that battle. I'm predicting
so you
a
sold
30
on
that battle.
So you sold on the battle, but you don't have Hitman Holla winning at all. You just believe he gonna get smoked.
Oh yeah, and it'll be a very entertaining smoke. I can guarantee you that. You know, that's the only. But as far as the I don't think that battle. Okay, you know what? Okay, yeah. I am sold on the battle just because it's Hitman Holla, but no, he's gonna lose horribly. And it will be an entertaining loss for sure.
Well, I definitely want the hitman to show up who actually. I like the broke hitman. I don't like the rich hitman. I'm just keeping it, man. I like the hitman who had the struggle problems. You know what I'm saying? I like the hitman
Yeah.
who had the struggle problems, who actually was had something to prove. I don't like this rich hitman who don't have nothing to prove. So, you know, I don't like that hitman. Now, however, I'm gonna keep it real. He ain't been as good to me in his last 3 battles, but I definitely have him winning all of them except for the easy to block captain battle.
You see what you just said? You see what you just did, right?
What
See
I
what you
do?
just did? You don't like him in none of those battles, but you think he won them all except for the easy battle.
Yeah, because
You seriously?
because it wasn't the hitman explosiveness that we used to. But the people who he was battling, they wasn't explosive neither. What are you talking about?
Calico was fired.
Calico was okay. That was an okay
Oh,
battle.
come on. Man. Oh,
Look, both of them was okay. I saw better Calicos. I saw better Hitmans. But if I had my choice to choose between the two, I thought Hitman did better. You know, Calico wasn't fire to the point that like, ooh, he dusted Hitman. No, absolutely not.
Oh my God.
I'm just keeping it 100.
You know what you
That's
did.
just
You
me.
still did it. You still did it though. You still said it. You said it. Hitman, how you didn't like him in none of those battles, but you still picked him win because I get it. You're a fan of Hitman. I am too. You know, he loses entertaining. He's an entertaining loser as well.
I just like telling the truth, brother. That's the thing about me. I just want to tell it. Look, let me tell you something.
Yeah, let's keep it real.
Bro, it'd be so much, bro. I'm just ain't one of them ones. If he lose, he loses. It's just the battle. Usually when they battle somebody, they never go back and visit it again. So he win, he lose, it don't matter. He booked already again for the next one. So, but my thing is that's how it was for me. I wasn't impressed with neither Hitman or Calico, but I believe Hitman did better. I believe he did better, you know. Now, going a step further on what I'm about to say, let's go to the next one. Which one do you want to speak on?
Verb, and this guy Verb, right? Oh my
delusional.
God.
The true definition of delusional.
I swear, Battle Truth, this guy is 5 more losses from being Big T. I can guarantee it. I can guarantee it. Oh my God, this dude. Oh my God, he has. I don't know when the last time did he win. I mean, the bloggers gave him the passwords battle that I believe passwords beat him to. What was he talking about? What was he even talking about? This guy goes on stage and raps about absolutely nothing, Battle Truth. The stars, how much he's a god of what? A god in the sky, and I'm all the way up there, and this dude, man.
No, he said he the god of sand and palm trees, coconuts. So he said he the island god. He a coconut eater. So he like
this guy, man.
Sand castles. He got a sand castle. He live in a sand castle.
And I'm starting to know something. He didn't want to battle Swamp on that big stage. He know how much the fans love to see him lose. He know that. That's why he don't want to battle Swamp on Summer Madness. He knows it.
He wanted to. URL just don't care about booking.
Nah, he don't want to battle on that big stage. He don't want to go on stage. All his battles on big stage, he get booed. It's not a coincidence. This guy got booed on the intro. He said, "I am a grinder," and got booed, and that's no coincidence. That happened. We watch Verb every single day being a misogynistic He's terrible. Verb is terrible.
Okay,
He
so
talks trash all the time and just downgrades women all the time. And we hear that we don't like that about that guy.
but here's the thing: he downgrade women, but spend money on them. He a super trick. So I'm trying to understand that. Like, how you gonna downgrade women? But that's probably why he downgraded, because he got to pay for it. Yeah. everybody else get it for the low or get it for free. He got to cash out for it. But I hear you though.
Well, God, I can't believe. When was the last time he actually won though? Let's really like go down the line. I can't remember in 2000, maybe 2000 and okay. They say, all right. Did he beat Head Ice? Honestly, yeah. Okay, I give him Head Ice. Maybe. Okay.
I don't even be remembering some of that stuff.
I mean, wow, man! Like in the past 24 months, A Verb has not had better material than A Ward. Period.
Facts.
Period.
A Ward have been more consistent. A Ward have been more consistent. A Ward have been lighting it up. Now, if you want to get A Ward the big K loss, okay, you can give him the big K loss, but it don't take away from all the work he been doing and dominating he's been doing. When have Verb ever been in the conversations of champions of the year? When have he ever been in those conversations?
Never. I mean,
Right.
he shouldn't. I mean,
Verb always want to live off what he did back in the days. He always want to live off what he did back in the days, and always think he gonna hype us up to believe he finna come in and kill something. I hear my problem. How you gonna be A Ward and you on Spaces every day, 24 hours? When you gonna start writing and memorizing your stuff? Because you got a problem with not memorizing your raps. You got a problem with rapping and can't get through them smoothly. You got a problem with stumbling through your raps and forgetting your raps. So when you gonna get off Spaces, lock in, rap, memorize your stuff, know it by heart. When you on stage, you got a nice stage presence and have your cadence. He used to be way more confident and together back then. He had cadence, stage presence. I'm talking about he had a swag to him. All that's gone now. This dude, this new rap he do and all these personalities he wrestling with in his damn head, the cocaine man, the veggie burger dude, and the Chaz, and he got all these he got all these split personalities going on in himself. And no, man, no. You know what I'm saying?
Let's touch on that. The Spaces. This guy has been on Spaces and haven't even been thinking about A Ward. He's gonna use all of this. A Verb is sinking himself down. I think this is another 30 that's gonna be horrible. It's gonna be horrible because he talk about this St. Louis this and St. Louis gonna be here, and not even the facts is that A Ward has been claiming Missouri. He's been repping Missouri, and he has fans in Missouri.
The crazy thing about it is the battle is where? In Atlanta. So all that, the battle's gonna be in Atlanta. So it don't matter what he talking about. He like, this our card. No, this not your card. And I know you want to ride Hitman Wave, and I know you want to ride Young Ill Wave, but this is not your card, brother. Like, I'm just keeping it 100. I mean, I get you want to be relevant. I get you want to be important, but Verb, you can't pull the wool over the battle rap community eyes. You can't. I'm sorry, brother. We just not buying it. So all that stuff you saying about A Ward and all that stuff you saying, you think that white boy gonna beat me? You lose to all the white boys. Like, so what are you talking about? Like what are you talking about?
He loses to everybody.
Like, let's be honest. You lose to all. You lost. I don't. What's a white boy who he beat? He lose to all the white boys.
Oh my God, man! Verb is and
I mean, I'm serious. What white boy have he beat?
None of them.
Right, because he lost to Big K, he lost to Sharon, he lost to Gems, he lost to past day. He lost to Illmat. Who
Pat State did him something filthy.
I'm trying see. I recall the Thesaurus battle, but I don't know if he won or not. I don't know if he won.
Maybe
between him and Thesaurus. Do you remember that battle?
Yeah, I remember that battle, but
did he win?
No, I would. I don't really. I kind of don't. Thesaurus, we was rapping good, but I don't really relate to kind of Thesaurus raps, honestly. But I believe Thesaurus won though, but I didn't really like both of them raps. Honestly, I'm not that kind of guy that likes that style from Thesaurus.
I don't. What do you think about Verb so-called exposing A-Ward mother for getting high? What you think of that?
See, I was gonna go to that too. That is, what's disgusting is that this guy, Verb, he promotes cocaine. He called himself Cocaine VZ. He on air, he tried to persuade Easy the Block Captain to do cocaine. And he told the audience it's okay to do cocaine.
Because he do cocaine. He been on record a few times admitting that he snort cocaine. So
the guy has lost 150 pounds with no workout, True.
Fact.
You see all the pounds this dude chin is skinny as hell.
Yeah, his chin look like, bro. His chin look like those. Look, bro. His chin. You remember those Christmas movies when we were young, that with the puppets that they play every year, like Jack Frost and them chin and them Christmas puppet movies. His face like come on, man.
Yeah, man. He's really, man. He's the one that's on drugs. He's the dope head. He's publicly known as the dope guy, the dope head guy. He called himself Cocaine VZ. He is the man. A-Ward is gonna kill this dude, man. And it's once again, it'll be another entertaining 30 because this is gonna go crazy. I'm predicting that battle to be one of the battle of the night on the card by far. Cause this dude, I think that's ridiculous, and everybody on Space is just laughing and agreeing with the guy. Nobody rebuttals nothing he says. They just agree with him. And 3 up there agreeing. Oh my God, man! 3 is such a. Oh my God. He don't even like.
Look, 3-letter man is not for the people. 3-letter man is for battle rappers. He wants to belong and fit in at any expense. I mean, and that's just the fact, man. 3 is not for the people, man. 3 wants the relationship with them rappers, man. That man, come on. Yeah,
I heard him say he doesn't want to see Goods versus Calico. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. How could you call yourself a battle rap fan and a battle rap blogger, a battle rap media, and tell the fans you don't want to see Goods versus Calico? That is a big battle for the battle rap culture. That is crazy. That's crazy. That's insane.
Well, again, man, like three really sometimes be having it out for people who really don't give him interviews. He really be having it out for them, man. Like these brothers be taking these guys too personal, and that be crazy, man. I mean, just call it like it is, man. But they be taking that stuff too personal. If you don't give them an interview, they lost the battle. If no, what are you doing, man?
Yeah, and that's the thing that I have. That's why I hate these fake battle rap fans, because we're fans of the bloggers as well. These YouTube battle rap fans are fans of the bloggers. We are fans of You Battle Truth, 3, Letterman, Vitalfly, and all these other guys. And when they say something, we'll run with it because we're fans of y'all as well. And he can't be saying things like that because now the people is going to go have this fake outrage because they want to be seen with their favorite blogger. And my favorite blogger say he don't want to see Goods and Calico, so I don't want to see it either. And it's this fake outrage going around on the internet because they're fans of their favorite blogger and their favorite blogger hates the URL and wants to slander the URL. It's a big attack on the URL brand, and it starts with the bloggers.
Well, the thing about Calico and Goods, man, I believe that that's a mirror match. I think that's a good match. I think the styles complement each other. You got both of them who relaxed and calm on stage, who got that slow flow to the point that you can understand them real good, and both got good vocals. You know what I'm saying? See, I like that about certain battle rappers where, you know, they got this relaxed flow. They got a nice voice by which you can hear everything that goes well in a small room or a main stage. And I think Calico and Goods complement each other's style very well, because even though both of them may not be bar heavy, but both of them definitely know how to talk that talk to the point that when they in their bags, this should be a good battle. This right here is a very good battle, and if they both come with it, it can be a classic battle, man. So I like this matchup right here.
Yeah, and let's be honest for a second, right? Goods versus Calico, two golden era superstars. Two golden era superstars, right? That battle is a bigger battle for the culture than Hitman Holla versus Ill Will. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. For the culture, for the battle rap culture, Goods versus Calico is a bigger battle than Hitman Holla versus Ill Will. Honestly, let's keep it real. Won't you agree, Drew? That battle means so much for the culture. We have the Midwest God, which is Calico, and we have one of New York's best in Goods. Come on, two golden era superstars going head to head. That is a great battle for the culture. And it's a bigger battle for the culture than Hitman Holla versus Ill Will. Hitman Holla versus Ill Will is sort of like a I think it's more of a gimmicky battle. I mean, you know, won't you agree?
Say that last part again.
Goods versus Calico is a bigger battle for the culture than Hitman Holla versus Ill Will.
Facts. Facts.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, come on, man. It's so many. I've been watching so many bloggers, right? And they be having guys up. I heard Harlem Legend say he don't want to see Goods versus Calico. That's terrible.
Yeah.
Why would you tell that to the battle rap fans?
Right.
That's terrible.
But they'll go watch Solar Flare, and they'll go watch Authentic, and they'll go watch Real Name Brand. But you don't want to see Goods and Calico. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that is crazy. That's crazy to me. That is crazy, man. I'm starting to hate these fake. It's starting with the blockers. I'm supposed to be excited, right? I'm supposed to be excited to see to see Young Ill versus Big K. I'm supposed to be excited to see that. Nobody's was it asking for Young Ill to come back. That guy got Briz Rothstein murdered that guy. Young Ill is supposed to be somewhere else. Young Ill been out of battle rap for so long, nobody even cared about if he came back. And we was screaming about Briz Rothstein. Where is Briz? We wasn't worrying about Young Ill, and we supposed to be excited for that? He's battling Big K? What? A guy that just battled Murder Mook? Okay, the guy battles Murder Mook.
Who you had winning that battle?
Oh, Murder Mook for sure.
Okay.
Murder Mook, first and second. First and second.
First, second, and third, but go ahead.
I mean, honestly, come on, man. But, you know, and I honestly believe he lost against A Ward as well. A Ward third round, to me, A Ward third round was a masterpiece. How he put all that together and made me go back to Big K's first round and say, wait a minute. Wait, from the Mud Ducks got me going. I'm like, wait, he did say he sound dumb as a black Christian. And then he talk all this gangster noise and says, first time he shot a gun, he closed his eyes and hit something. That's his biggest bar in the last 24 months. That's his biggest bar this year. The first time, first of all, he says, the first time you shot a gun, you went outside with your big cousin. The first time I shot a gun, I closed my eyes and I hit something. Seriously? You hit something? What was the something you hit? Was it a person? What are you talking about, man? Honestly, true. Picture this, right? It's record deal time. Big K is in front of Jay-Z. And Jay-Z tell him, what's your biggest bar in 24 months? The guy tells Jay-Z, the first time I shot a gun. And the guy tells Jay-Z, the first time I shot a gun, I closed my eyes and I hit something. You think he's gonna get that record deal? That's ridiculous. And to hear, man, what hurt my heart, Battle Truth, is to hear, you know, Jay Black argue. Jay Black, Mr. Cody, Mr. We Know Bars, right? Argue a star battle rapper, right. Bill Collector. He argued Bill Collector for an hour on Spaces about that bar being the worst bar ever. Who am I supposed to believe? You, Jay Black, or Bill Collector? A star battle rapper that just won $100,000 in a tournament, and you arguing a star battle rapper who won a tournament of $100,000 that bar was the worst bar in battle rap history, and not believe Bill Collector. That's ridiculous. How am I supposed to support Cody if you think the first time I shot a gun, I closed my eyes and hit something was the best bar you ever heard? That is crazy. That's insane. Sway Sever, how could Sway Sever agree with that bar? That's crazy. The way A-Ward crafted that third round, and everybody says it too, right? They say Hitman Holla got on camera and other battle rappers got on camera and said, hey, if A-Ward would have said that in the first round, man, we would be looking at this battle totally different. But to me, how does it matter? What does it matter? That third round seemed like a whole rebuttal of the first round. That round was masterful, Truth. I watched that battle maybe 100 times already. I love that battle, A-Ward versus Big K. That battle, man, A-Ward crafted that so beautifully, man. And I went back.
So why people keep saying that A-Ward got killed and murdered? I was actually gonna watch that battle today before I had company come over. But why so many people say he got killed? You don't think he got killed?
See, absolutely not. And check this out, Battle Truth. That was the beginning of the year, right? Right? Mm-hmm. In February, in Black History Month. Bloggers said nothing about You sound dumb as a black Christian. That was the first in Black History Month, truth. That was the first L that they was trying to put on URL. That Divide and Conquer 1 was the first L bloggers put on URL.
Okay,
Oh, Divide and Conquer, that's the best. That was the best. Their event was better than URL's Kings versus Queens. What is they doing? Like, what are they talking about?
Let me take you back. Let me take you back a little bit. Let me take you back a little bit. So you got Hitman Holla losing the Ill Will. Why? Why?
Because Hitman Holla, his bars has been subpar for the last 4 battles.
What would Hitman have to do to win this battle?
I mean, he would have to be on a big stage with a crowd.
Okay. So you believe being in a small room going to expose him lyrically?
Oh, absolutely. Eliminate him. Oh yeah. This would expose, and this will bring us back to the backlash Hitman Holla got with Easy the Block Captain. This will bring us back into saying, okay, yeah, he's all APC bars.
Okay. So do you give him, so you don't give him a chance at all in winning this battle versus Ill Will?
Absolutely not. Ill Will has displayed his lyricism for years, and this year alone, I mean, he has done a phenomenal job with his lyricism in his last 2 battles.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Do you believe Hitman Holla? Do you believe Hitman Holla going Hollywood has hurt him as a battle rapper and took away something from him and being a battle rapper? You think that hurt him?
Oh yes, bring us back, Truth. Hell yeah, that's what we were saying when he battled after the battle versus Easy the Block Captain. The guy is not the same, and I'm not saying that it's not entertaining, because you know it is very entertaining to see that guy lose. The way he thinks he rapping so fire, the way he remember that eliminate him. He thought it was so fire. It was so trash, and it was so exciting to see him think that his bar was fire, man. It was crazy. You know, he's an entertaining loser as well. I like to see him win, and you know, I kind of like to see him lose too. It's very entertaining. He's like a better Luke Castro.
Okay. So with that being said, you don't give Hitman a shot at all.
Absolutely not. 100%. No shot in hell.
Okay, well,
no.
Let me just say this. I think Hitman been consistent as far as I think he been solid, but he haven't been great. And like I said, I haven't really liked his last 3 performances, but however, I only got him losing to Easy the Block Captain. I don't have him losing to Calico. I don't have him losing to Bill Collector. I don't have him losing to Cassidy, but I definitely have him losing to Easy the Block Captain clear. It's like I give him a chance, but I don't give him a chance. I don't give him a chance because in the last 3 battles, I haven't seen nothing that actually going to persuade me that he's going to do anything differently. Like I said, I don't really like the successful Hitman. I like the Hitman that was struggling. I like the Hitman that was actually grinding to get to where he at right now. I like that person as far as how he used to rap. It seems like ever since Hitman Holla been successful, every time he's been, ever since he's been making a lot of money, it took away the street of his rap. Now, most of his raps you hear all the time, he got this and he got that. I got jury. I got money. I make more than you. And I got this. And I just think that the success of what he have accomplished took away from the authenticity of how he actually rapped that made people like him so much. You know what I'm saying? And even
Yeah.
though he still be solid, it just took away from him lyrically, I believe. Lyrically, it took something away from him. But what's crazy is he went bananas in the bill collector battle lyrically wise. So I don't see how he didn't get back into that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you are absolutely right. He did. Uh, he was very good versus Bill Collector. He was. But I thought that battle that Bill Collector was so, he
Bill
was
collector
Bill
fire.
Collector was great. Yeah, he was great. And I think that fact of him being, it was a kind of shocking to see Bill Collector kind of hang with him. So I would say that battle is debatable. I would say that.
I
If
just
you
don't
give it to
understand.
Hitman, you can.
I just don't understand them brothers get hand put on them, get stumped out and beat up. Then after you get stumped out and beat up, you want a battle to redeem yourself? Like that's crazy. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy to me.
You remember that knot?
Bro, look, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? I saw two different knots. I saw the first did it and it was just the knot. Then I saw the after effect of the I saw the after effect of the knot. And it started out right here. Then his whole damn half of the face was,
Yeah, man.
I said, damn, was that a different beating? You're like, no, that's the same one. Like, bro, like his whole, that was terrible. That was crazy. I don't know what happened. His stuff went out, but it is what it is. How you doing, lovely?
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. Hey, you be taking too long to get dressed, just like a relationship. What's wrong with you?
I was in the back for like 30 minutes before you brought me up.
Not true. I actually screenshotted it too, just so because I knew you were gonna say that. I actually
I was sitting here.
you know what? I did more than screenshotted it. You know what I did? I actually video recorded it. So I didn't even want to take a picture. I actually video recorded.
When I first got here and I said sorry, my internet was acting up. What time was that?
Listen, what I'm telling you is I video recorded. I saw a whole lot of getting together.
I was here. I heard what you said.
There you go talking through. There you go talking through a person again. Go ahead.
I heard you say you recorded it. You got receipts.
I do.
Okay.
I got receipts.
All right, that's fine. And when I came in, I made a chat in the back and I said, my bad. I said sorry and I apologize in the back channel. But I was listening to you and I agree. Like, if they were to put 10 cards on one event, they gotta be considerate to the crowd. Like you said, the energy is gonna get messed up because these people are standing on their feet to get there, to then wait for it to start, then to sit through 10 rounds. By the time it gets to the main of,
I'm just gonna tell you, Jazz, it'd be 6 battles on the card, and them events be like 6-7 hours long with just the 6 battles on the card. So now you adding another 4.
So like I said, it's definitely gonna kill the energy. By the time it gets to the headliners, people are gonna want to go home. They're gonna want to leave. Like, it's not gonna be as good. It's too much. I think they're doing too much. I agree with you. So I was here enough to hear all that. So I think
it take away. I think that really takes away from, like I said, those are the 2 things I don't like about the car. I don't like that he said it's going to be 10 battles. Like that's a lot. That's a lot for one day. Usually they be breaking. Sometimes they break. If it's 10 battles, sometimes they break it up into a weekend. They'll do 5 on Saturday.
Right, do that.
5 on Sunday. I don't want to see 10 on one day.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think I want to watch 10 battles in one day. Like, I ain't trying to do something. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just think that.
But even though you love the sport, even if it's fire rounds every round, that's just too draining.
I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't love the sport. I don't love the sport. I'm an NBA. You know, I like the NBA. I don't like this sport.
All right.
I mean, it's okay, but I don't like this sport.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Here go your boyfriend.
Brooklyn. Yeah, good.
What's going on, bro?
Somebody actually DM me talking about you from Montana. Is that really true?
From Montana.
Yeah, is you from Hummington, Montana?
Man, stop playing with me, Truth. Stop playing
Somebody
with me.
DM me.
Man, stop playing with me. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing, son. Stop playing.
Hey, look, I'm
It's too late for that.
bro. I'm gonna send you the DM. Let's say you collect butterflies. Is that true?
Nah, you talk too hood to be from
I heard you got a coloring book.
Do you collect butterflies?
I heard you got a coloring book and your legs swing when you coloring.
That was funny. Hey, that was actually funny, Brooklyn. That was actually funny.
Yo, Truth, I got a joke. Let me tell you something about me, Truth. In high school, I'm roasting. I got jokes like all day, every day.
Okay, that was funny. That was actually funny though. He said when I got coloring books and when I color my legs swing. That's funny.
Right.
That's funny. That was funny.
Yo, Truth, you gotta stop complaining, those man. Stop complaining.
What?
You saying there's 10 battles. Look, the reason why we don't like long battles is because URL. Remember when URL used to throw events and the battles used to start at the event used to start at 8 and then not until 2 in the morning. Remember that?
They got a lot of complaints, then bro. People don't like that, bro. What are you talking about?
But here's the thing.
You got to be single if you saying that you don't see nothing wrong.
No, but True. Let me finish what I'm saying. You gotta let me finish. You know what I'm saying? For one, RBE, they speed through their battles. Ain't no long intermissions, ain't no talking, drunken hosts. Nah, they get right through them, fly right through them, right? 2, if you don't, whatever battle you don't want to watch, just don't watch it. So, for example, they gonna start the weak battles first. So the battles that's least important, they gonna start that first. You know, I'm gonna be doing something else, and then when the good matches come, that's when I tune in.
But he gotta watch it, because he blogs on it. He's
right.
Watch the rewatch.
So hold on. So it ain't no rewatches on no paper.
He has to do it live because then.
So so Truth. Let me ask you a question. So when the what's RBE's PGs called? The bricks. So
they call the FWVs.
All right, the FWVs. You ain't got to blog on that live. You could get back to that on the recap. You ain't got to get to that off the live. Nobody care about those. They ain't gonna do numbers.
Okay, first of all, I don't want to watch 10 3-round battles. What part you ain't getting? 10.
What if they fire?
I don't care if they fire. I don't want to watch 10 3-round battles. I don't want to spend my whole entire day watching battle rap. I don't like battle rap like that.
Guess what? Me either. Guess what? I'm not beat. If the event over by 8 p.m. at least, I'm Gucci. If they get ended by 7, 8, you gotta think about it. ARP had that card he had when he had 15, 16 battles and he finished them all in a timely fashion. So if he could do all them battles in a timely fashion, he could do 10 in a good amount of time.
I don't even want to count to 10 and 15. I don't care how much of a good amount of time it is when it comes to battle. I don't, bro. Why are you trying to convince me that 10 battles is good?
I'm not trying. No, I'm trying to convince you 10 battles on RBE ain't that bad because they run through their battles, and you don't have to watch the openers. You can get to them because let's be real. When you do your recap, or when bloggers do their recap, they're gonna recap the main battles. The light battles, you can always spin the block and go watch them later and do them the next day. You ain't gotta watch that.
Not really true.
That's gonna be more time dedicated to battle rap. He's saying he's not trying to sit. You're trying to now make a 1-day event 2 days for him now.
But if it's a whole nother day and the one SKs or whatever is fire, you ain't gonna mind. Look, you gonna end up watching battle rap anyway. If a new battle drop,
they not called 1SK. They call SWVs. That's what I call them.
Right.
I call them WVs. They not 1SKs. They are XWVs. Look at these people, really battle rap fans talking about. That's right, caller. They really want to see 10 battles. Boy, it's obvious y'all is not in no damn relationships.
Let me tell you something about me.
Can't be in no relationship.
Truth. Last weekend.
Where is your girlfriend? Ask your girlfriend. Wait, ask your girlfriend. Could you watch a 10 battle event?
Now, Truth, let me say something, right?
Go ask
Now,
your girlfriend, is it okay to watch a 10-round battle event?
On
let
her
me
off day, on the
let
weekend.
me mention this,
Bro.
bro.
Get off from work. That's
I'm
crazy.
the wrong one to be talking to that about. Why you think I be missing a lot of y'all? Like last weekend, I think that y'all was live last Friday, Saturday. I was out when I wanted to call in, but y'all started y'all live late. I was already out and I be moving. So you talking to the wrong dude. What I'm saying is, let's say it's a weekend. I ain't popping out until like 8:30, 9, 10. I'm Gucci. If you could finish the event by 8, I still got the whole night to do what I gotta do. And guess what? I'm not watching what I don't want to watch. So if out the 10 battles, the 3 or 4, if the SWVs and the ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s, I ain't watching them. I see it when the look, true. You said you don't blog on the little dude. I want to see the heavyweights. When the big dogs step on, that's when I start watching.
Okay, well, Brooklyn, you proving our argument. That's what we saying. We don't want to see 10 battles because it's gonna take away from the energy needed for the battles that do matter.
Not if they fire.
Okay, so we do got to watch 10 rounds.
All right, so Truth, right? If you don't watch,
hold on, Jess, what am I missing here? Like, what am I missing here?
He's saying two things at the same time, trying to act like he's
Right.
not.
Right. Like, what am I missing here?
True. I'm trying to tell you, if you don't watch the SWVs, you don't know if it was fire or not. So that ain't gonna mess up your vibe. You ain't gonna know. You just gonna tune in for when the matchup you want to see start. So it ain't gonna mess up the energy because you tuning in when the matchup you want to see started.
Just
it's gonna mess up the energy for the rappers on stage because they need the crowd to be awake. They need the crowd to have energy as well.
Yo, Jess.
So it's gonna affect the event.
Jess, 1SK's PG ain't affecting.
Hey, I love my co-host. She be on it, don't she, boy? She be on it.
I like your co-host too.
Facts.
I like your co-host too. But that's a different story. But anyway, the 1SK, when a PG matchup ain't gonna never throw the energy off of the big dogs. Now, if a big matchup come and that is lackluster, that could throw the energy off. But for the most part, people already not expecting a lot from PGs. So if the SWVs come on and they are let down, because I ain't gonna lie, ARP is ODing because I think he said they're gonna have 3 SWV battles. That's kind of OD. You kind of like doing too much with that right there.
Yeah,
but
like, come on, man. No, bro.
But true, you whining and complaining. Guess what you're gonna be doing? You're gonna watch it anyway.
No, I'm not. You don't know me. You don't know me. Tell him, Jeff. I ain't watching. What? Okay, so
10 cards in one day. He ain't.
Facts. Yeah. Let me ask you. Let me ask you.
So
this,
you act like you gonna be sliding with something, like you got something under your arm, like you got something you got to get next to.
I got a lot of things I have to do. Bro, battle rap is, listen, let me tell you something. Battle rap is okay. I don't like this thing like this. I'm just keeping it 100. I don't. That's why I always try to do different things in it that I may like. But at the end of the day, I don't like this like that. Well, I spend my whole day on battle rap. Absolutely not. Sorry.
I can't even. Look, I agree. I'm agreeing with you, Truth. No. Look, we agreeing with each other. I'm just saying, whatever I don't want to watch, I'm just not going to watch it. And when the good battles start, I'm going to tune in for that. Now, don't be starting the main event like 11 o'clock. Then I'm going to be tight. You doing too much on a weekend. Stop playing. I'm going to be tight then. But as long as the event is over by like 8, 9, maybe 10, maybe, I'm Gucci. I'm not complaining.
Okay, Brooklyn. So I'm loving having a conversation with you, and I love the fact that you in the battle. You must ain't at work right now because I don't hear all that air at all.
I'm at the cribby. I'm at the cribby.
Okay, good. I like your sound right here. So let me ask you this question. A battle of this magnitude with the return of Hitman, with the return of Young Ill, who
that's so overrated. Don't get me.
Can I finish what I'm saying?
Go ahead, True. Go ahead, girl. My bad. Okay. My bad.
Matter of fact, hold on. People in the comments, how long? Rapmatic, my guy, boy. Look at Rapmatic. Rapmatic, my guy. He said, do the SWVs the day before.
The pre-show. The pre-show.
Right. Shout out Rapmatic. Shout out Rap Mid-Addict.
Right, that's my guy. Hey, oh, I use part of your clip for my blog that's coming up, Rapmatic. So make sure they don't flag me, brother. Make sure they don't flag me. Hold on. Matter of fact, okay. So I'm finna say this, Brooklyn. So with this event, would you rather seen it in a small room or a main stage with the return of Briz Roth thing, who been gone for 4 years? Young Ill been gone for like what, five years. Hitman Holla came back. Would you rather that to been in a small room or on a main stage, bro?
All right, so I was just talking about this a few days ago. First of all, stop and salute the ARP, because for the most part he creative, he a fan, so he you could tell when he put matches together, he do it from a fan perspective, you know what I'm saying, and he knows battle rap, right? But at the same time, it's like, stop taking things and making it something else. Like, you can't take Summer Madness and make it a volume. No, Max Out is a big stage. It's for the big dogs. It's for, can you rock this crowd? So when you take Max Out, which is supposed to be like the WrestleMania of RBE, and you put it in a small room. Now, granted, the battles might come out better in a small room because, you know, you ain't got to wait for the pauses, crowd reaction. So I'm not knocking it, but at the same time, Max Out is Max Out. You got to leave it for the big stage, the big dogs. You know what I'm saying? That separate from the puppies to the big dogs. Like, so I think he should have kept Max Out this would have been fire. Keep Max Out on a big stage, but have it in a blue room on a big stage. So now you mixing both entities of different themes you got, and you mix it in one. Take the blue room and put it on the big stage. Max Out. We still in the blue room. What up?
Okay, so you agree that it should be in the big room and on the main stage?
Yeah, man. You can't have Hitman Holla in a hallway with mad. Like, come on, son. What you doing? You can't even perform.
You can't bring Briz Roth thing back in no small room. I'm sorry, man.
Hold on, too. That's another.
What you say, Jess?
It's gonna be in the hallway.
Sometimes he do things in the hallway, but I don't think the blue room in the hallway. It's the same set. The blue room is the same setting that Big K and Murder Mook rapped in.
The blue room gonna be in your backyard, too.
He can't be doing 10 cards if he got a small little room in a little.
The blue room gonna be in your studio.
And according to Verb said all the St. Louis people bought up the tickets. So basically, A-Ward and them supposed to be getting set up, because by the time they found out about it, the tickets was already sold.
Are we listening to anything Verb say? Like,
not really, because I really don't like listening to him at all.
Yo, true. You know it's crazy. Ever since Verb took DNA, you done turned cold turkey on him. You're like, you done went crazy. Like, you don't even like.
He ain't been right ever since, have you? Let's keep it 100.
Nah, it's a fact though. You gave him the blueprint on how to move after Lux, and he slipped up.
He always want to be a boss, though. He always want to talk like he a boss. Bro, how do you battle Murder Mook in Loaded Lux, the end game, and the end game to battle rap, and you don't even have permanent money? What do I mean by permanent money? So terrible. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is, you know how Murder Mook say, you got to pay me this much, no matter who I battle?
Mm-hmm.
Why Verb still asking for PG to battle him, and you can pay him whatever you want? Why he don't have permanent? I can't even pronounce the word. Why you don't have permanent? Why you don't have permanent money? Why you don't have that?
Your tongue paralyzed.
It's a permanent asking price or a permanent.
Why he don't have that? Why he don't have that? Why he just don't have a permanent accent price?
True. Your tongue got hit with a horse tranquilizer. Your tongue don't know what to say next. Is it all over? Like,
hey, guess what? It's still part of the
show.
Do
minimum. Why doesn't he have a minimum asking price? Do minimum asking.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because Verb is thirsty.
A permanent.
No, because it can fluctuate.
He said a permanent. You know what crazy truth? They said Verb got a perm. So when you say permanent, it kind of go with it.
That's what I'm saying. That's how I'm trying to pronounce. Y'all just now catching it.
Nah, bro.
He known,
You saved
yes,
him.
he known for all through his career. They call him the perm. He got a perm.
I get that.
He said a permanent. You get it straight. A permanent. You
Bars.
get it straight. See, I gotta put her up on game. Man.
It went over her head, Truth. It went over her head.
Yeah. I gotta put.
You
I'm
saved
getting her
him.
right. I'm getting her right. When I'm done with her, watch how dangerous she be though. Y'all ain't gonna be able to say nothing when I'm done with her. Y'all ain't gonna be able to say nothing. I got a permanent and it is straight.
Gone to Marco. Talk to him.
That's what he said. See Brooklyn though.
But I think Verb is like that because he cheap. Verb cheap. Verb want money. He don't. Verb trying to get money any way he can get it. He a savage. Like he don't. He'll take shorts. He'll take he just trying to get to it how he could get it. And he don't got no standards on how he get his money. He just want it any way he could get it. Any breadcrumb that's willing to fall off the table, Verb want it.
Oh yeah, he gonna go after it.
Cause it's the same thing with Tay-Rock. It's like how y'all don't got set prices. Y'all supposed to be big dogs in this. Y'all ticket sellers, right? So how you don't got a set price no matter who you battle? This is what I want.
Right. How you battle Murder Mook, Loaded Lux, the greatest two, the top two battle rappers of all time, arguably. That's called the end game to battle rap. And you begging PGs for battle. You begging Swamp the battle. You begging Av the battle. You begging these people to battle. You don't even have a permanent salary by which you have an accent price. Like, come on, let's just be real.
And you know what's crazy? Hitman's supposed to be little bro, but Hitman basically like the big homie, man. The roles reversed. Hitman, at one point, Verb was the leader of the ship of the Midwest movement, and Hitman, Young L, B Magic, who he came a little bit later, but they all was behind Verb in the movement. So you would think Verb would be the dude that's getting with Hitman. Like, if all right, so at the time when Verb first popped off, if you could read the future at that time, you would think Verb would be Hitman right now.
Hold on, say that part again.
If when the Midwest movement, I had about two Long Islands. I had two Long Islands. So let me get my talk. Hold on, let me get it together.
Go tongue heavy.
When Verb was making his run and solidifying himself as the leader of the Midwest movement, at that time, if we was able to predict the future, we would have predicted Verb would be in the shoes of Hitman. But in somewhere in that middle, Verb fell off and Hitman still went up. So Hitman started as a little.
Feel bad about that. You can't tell me he don't feel bad about Hitman position. I know he do.
You know he do.
That burn him up every day to know he brought Hitman in the game up under him as his little homie. And Hitman, bro, Hitman used to hold his waters in battle. Hitman used to hold Verb waters in battles. Now Hitman surpassed Verb on Wildin' Out. Hitman is known as being one of the highest paid battle rappers in battle rap now. Hitman Holla he also main event every card he come to. And look, and he on Wildin' Out and everything, and you just left behind. Like, that's crazy.
Hitman on Wildin' Out and Verb just be wilding out in spaces. That's it.
Facts. Oh, that's a good one. That was a good one.
Brooklyn got jokes.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And the crazy part is ARP exposed Verb. Because remember when they was beefing?
Yep.
And he put out there that Verb was like Hitman. I forgot what he said verbatim, but he said something like Hitman shouldn't be.
Hitman. He was hating on Hitman. Hitman and Verb was gonna be on the card together, so ARP was gonna put them on the card together. And Verb told ARP, if Hitman can't be on the card making more money than me, Hitman cannot make more money than me. So if you book Hitman, you got to pay me more than him. What?
Which that don't make no sense at all.
Facts.
Did ARP listen to him?
No.
They got into it. Actually, I
He laughed. He laughed at him.
ARP, listen, man, he keep on helping these brothers, but I know at the same time he helped himself because him and Verb had that fallout, and Verb said next time he see ARP, he gonna break his jaw. Remember that? He did. He said, next time I see you, I'm gonna break your jaw. Because what happened was Verb tried to play ARP because ARP booked him for the Iron Solomon battle. He announced his card and everything. Then URL offered Verb loaded Lux, like how they do. Like, okay, look, we gonna give you loaded Lux. So cancel the Iron Solomon battle. We'll give you loaded Lux. So Verb told ARP, like, I can't do the battle. They just offer me Lux. So I can't do the battle because they offer me Lux. So ARP, like, I don't care what they offered you. I already paid you for this Iron Solomon. I already been pushing it and promoting it. Right. What do you mean? Right. So he like, well, this is a bigger battle for me and they offering more money. So he sold ARP out. ARP got mad. They got into it. And then Verb basically was telling them, when I see you, I'm going to break your jaw. And now we see Verb mentioned on the card. What's that, like 2-3 years later?
Mm-hmm. And everybody trying to get all hype. Oh, Swamp said Blue, man, he want to check. That's what all these dudes do. Whenever Uncle Smack, Daddy Smack, whatever these dudes call him, and he don't obey to what they want, they try to throw ARP name in the air to try to get on the big stage, get a certain name to get a check. He ain't going to no Blue Room.
Hold on, Brooklyn. Let's get to what I asked.
Oh, I'm all over the place. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got to bring you back.
I'm going up Doritos and Long Island's. Go ahead.
Look, Verb ain't really been that good. Verb ain't really been that good in the past 3-4 years. Okay, let's just be real. I'm gonna be real with that. Verb ain't really been that good in the past 3-4 years, right? He may, he be forgetting some of his material, rushing through his rounds. That new flow, I can't stand that new flow. I hate that flow. That he be doing. He be trying to be in your face like he want to tickle you. I hate that. So he ain't really been performing up to par of this status that he already put himself on. Hitman Holla been consistent for the past 8 years, 7-8 years. I only got him losing one battle since the Sue Surf battle. He lost the Sue Surf and he lost the Easy to Block. Those his only 2 losses in 8 years to me. Young Ill, one of the most powerful battle rappers in the game at one time. Then somehow the rumors started coming out of him smoking crack, and he retired from battle rap. We ain't seen him. Then he popped back up. Like, when was him in that Bridge Rothstein battle? Like 6 years ago or something? 6 years ago, something like that. 4 years ago, he come back. He did okay, but then he left again. He just ain't seemed the same. But at one time, these 3 dudes dominated the game, and they are responsible. They play a major big part of why battle rap is so big right now. Because at one time, these dudes was hard to beat. Nobody couldn't really beat them, and they was on a tear. They brought something to battle rap that hadn't been done, that made it popular to the point that it opened up every region in the United States. And one of the reasons why much money, along with Calico too. But these 3 St. Louis dudes did that. What's crazy, Rex is the only one to arguably beat all 3 of them on top of their game. That's what made me start liking Rex, when I saw how bad he did them when nobody couldn't really beat them at all. So with that being said, they back for the first time in 10 years. The St. Louis God crew is back. ARP bring them back. So my question to you is this, Brooklyn. Do they run the table, or do they get thrown through the table at MAX-OUT3?
I think.
Take it one by one.
I got 2 different answers. If we getting what we used to getting from them, they getting Dudley Boy 3D through the table.
If we get who?
If we get what we've been getting from all 3 of them, they getting Dudley Boy 3D through the table.
Right. Okay.
If we getting now, if we get a prime Hitman, prime Verb, prime Ill, then that's a different story. But I can only go off what I saw recently. And so Hitman, even though Hitman been on an undefeated streak and his first loss was the easy to block, I don't think he was too impressive versus Cassidy. I don't think he was too impressive versus Calico, and he wasn't really that good versus Easy. So if we get that Hitman, then I got Ill Will walking all over him. Ill Will, Ill Will ready to go. Ill Will already he a sharpened pencil. He ain't got to sharpen him up. He already ready to go. Now, if Hitman, be real with himself and go back to the drawing board of what made me Hitman, and am I getting too comfortable in life to where I'm not really tapped in like that, then we could be talking a debatable battle. But if I'm going off of what his last battle, I got Ill Will. I got Ill Will 2-1. If I'm going off both of their last few battles. Verb, A-Ward. I got A-Ward 2-1. Verb be rapping like he on ecstasy. And like he just in the clouds somewhere, and he talking about wizards and unicorns, and the way like Verb is like Def Jam poetry when Verb be rapping. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear that rapid Verb. You know how Sirius Jones rapping right now? That's how I want. That's how Verb used to be rapid, just on fire, just coming at you with that thunder. Now Verb be in the clouds. He be on some Robin Hood type play type. I don't want to hear all that, man. Get at him, man. Like you talking all this, the wizards and the odds and the down the yellow brick road, and we connect. No, get at this dude. A-Ward, on the other hand, been on fire. White boy, cooking dudes. Know what I'm saying? Freestyle, rebuttals, stage performance. Verb done died to every female he went against. A-Ward just cooked Vixen. I got A-Ward 2-1. Maybe if Verb don't switch it up, it might even be 3-0. And that's crazy. Young Ill, Big K. Now, everybody got Big K as number 1 so far for champion of the year, which I don't know how. The only way I would be able to condone that is if, all right, so if you got him beating Mook, cool. I don't, but if you got him beating Mook, cool. But I would have to only put him there after I see him versus Rex and after I see him versus Young Ill. If he beats Rex and Young Ill clearly,
he stole lyrics from that. He was using other people's lyrics. Like how's he even win that?
I'm with you, Jess. I'm going off of what the blog, 3 Letterman and Battle Rap Forensic and everybody, they got Big K number 1 in contendency for champion of the year of beating Mook. I got him losing. But what I'm saying is, if he clearly beats Rex and Young Ill, he's going to solidify that spot. So, I don't know what Young Ill going to bring. I haven't seen him in a while. So, I can only go off of the dude that's more conditioned. So, I got Big K 2-1 because I didn't see what Young Ill, he been out the game. So, I got Big K 2-1. So, if I round it up, and it might sound crazy, but if I'm going off of recent performances, I got St. Louis getting wiped out. No body bags, but just getting wiped out as far as every one of them losing.
Okay. Again, I definitely see he talking about a uphill battle. No, Verb. It looked like St. Louis would be fighting an uphill battle in all 3 battles. Ill Will arguably been cheated out of champion of the year for the past 2 years, but mentioned in the conversation every year. Hitman Holla going up against him at a time where Hitman ain't been too good. He been lackluster in some of his battles, so he got something to prove. Ill Will ain't got nothing to prove. Ill Will cock, ready and loaded. You know what I'm saying? So he ready to fire. So Hitman gotta play. And I believe the key to Hitman winning the battle, he need to leave money out of this in any type of way. If he train himself to not rap about money or expenses in any type of way, I think he'll be good. But I don't think none of us like the rich Hitman. We don't. He didn't never used to rap like that. We never really. Hitman used to be about street. It used to be about relating, feeling it, real stuff. Now since he rich and got money, like his raps will be about I got this, I wear this, I got the car, I got. That's not. You can't be a flashy Hitman. You can't be Mace and Tupac. You know what I'm saying? You can't be Mace and Tupac. You either gonna be Pac or Mace. You can't, you get what I'm saying? No.
Right. Not with a name called Hitman.
Right.
You just talking about.
Right. You can't do that. So Hitman got to come prepared and ready for that. And then when you're talking about Verb, like I said, you ain't been good in 3-4 years, man. It's just a lot of talk. It ain't about what you used to do or how good you used to be and how dominant you used to be. Well, you ain't been that as of lately. And you going up against the most consistent Christian white rappers in the, and you trying to think you're gonna use that race angle to get black people to actually cheer for you. Not gonna happen, bro. You're gonna have to rap, you're gonna have to bring it, and you ain't been delivering. That's another thing. Verb is just somebody you just can't bet on. He dropped the ball every time. When they was in the slaughterhouse doing a reality show, he couldn't even remember his rap out. You lost the first round. When it was for the winner take all battle against Gems, who won rappers and battle rap. You let Jim beat you for the whole bag. You lost that. When you went up against Rex at Summer Madden 2, when Puff the $10,000 on the line for y'all in the second round, you lost that. When you went up against the girls, because everybody thought you were just the Mac, the player, the pimp, how you present yourself, and just knew you was gonna smoke. You got terribly. So no, man, no. I'm sorry, no. It just no. And then you talking about white boy, like you think that white boy gonna beat me? You lose to all the white boys, okay? You need to beat one of them. Yeah, we think they gonna beat you. Till you beat one of them, we think all the white people can beat you, okay? Yes, Macaulay Culkin can beat you in rapping. Yes. Yes, Justin can in rapping. Yes. Until you can beat them. Yes. So no, you fighting the ill battle on that. Young Ill. The battle rap community love him. Want him to actually put on a great performance, to actually welcome him back. However, you're going up against a guy who people is gravitating around and his stock is rising, and he a stone cold killer. He ain't gonna play with you. So the ball is not in that y'all favor. The ball is not in y'all favor. If anything, y'all getting set up for the slaughter. Y'all gonna have to win these battles because not one of them or anything. Big K ain't giving Young Ill anything. A ain't giving Verb anything. Ill Will ain't giving Hitman anything. So I doubt first of all, they not gonna run the table at all. Ain't no running the table. I would be very surprised if St. Louis leave that venue 3-0. 3-0. But the person who I would get, look, what's crazy is I give all three of them a chance though, because they just that good. We ain't gonna take away from who they used to be and how fire they used to be. So they definitely can beat anybody when they on top of their game. You in trouble when they on top of their game. But the thing about it is that ain't been the case. So I got to ask myself, why would it be the case now? Why would it be the case now? When it should matter anyway. It should matter anyway. So I don't know. That's just for me. I just think they fighting a hard. Look, the card good, them good, but they're in the battle for their life when it comes to that night. That ain't gonna be no St. Louis celebration. Y'all to come that night, or that's gonna be the day of doom.
Look, if they die, it's gonna really be pray for St. Louis, like Beasley was talking about. Hashtag pray for St. Louis if they get body bagged that night. I agree with you, Truth. I agree. They gotta come with their A game, man. I think Young Ill gonna get lumped upside his head with Big K. I don't think he conditioned. He ain't been in the gym. He ain't been shadow boxing right. Then it's like, if we going off their last performances, cause everybody's like, oh, you know they gonna be calling each other, checking in on their rounds. But if all of them been going light, what that mean?
Okay, so let me ask you this: Do they, and then go to you too, Sister Jess. Do they have to win? Do they have to win?
Yeah, I think we all said that. Oh, well, not me, but I think y'all, that's what y'all saying.
I don't think they have to. Well, each person is a different thing.
Okay, fine.
Verb gotta win. Verb, you was talking too spicy. You gotta win against A-Ward, the way you've been talking.
Fact.
Young Ill ain't battle in a while. All he gotta do is show that he's still good and people gonna want to see him again. Hitman is Hitman. Losing the Ill Will, there's no shame. So all Hitman gotta do is show vintage Hitman, and he's still gonna get booked. He's still gonna get paid what he get paid regardless. Verb, the only one that gotta show and improve and can't lose.
Okay. But Malachi, didn't you say Hitman was on a losing streak? No, he hasn't lost in the last 8 years. Never mind.
Yeah, he haven't. To me, he haven't lost in the past. Well, Easy just beat him, but the last person beat Hitman before Easy to me was Tsunami Surf. I haven't beaten anybody else. So, I mean, like I said, I can't. That's what I'm saying. I can't crucify Hitman because he lost to Easy the Block Captain when the man just was on a 7-year run without losing. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I would say I saw it coming because your performances, your last 3 performances ain't been that good. You know what I'm saying? Even though you won, they just wasn't good. You know what I'm saying? Leading up to Easy the Block Captain. And I figure Easy the Block Captain is a killer. So you can't have with it going up against dudes like him. Same thing with Ill Will. You can't come, you can be half good against Cassidy and Reed Dollars. You can get away with that. You can't get away with that with no Ill Wills and no Easy to Blocks and nah, not at all. Them dudes, you know. But I with you though.
Ill Will stock if he wins. Or no, win or lose.
A Hitman on your resume do something, because Hitman looked at as being one of the Hall of Fame legends in battle rap. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Don't too many people beat Hitman. Like I just told you, Hitman just went on a 7-year run before he lost to Easy the Block Captain. You get what I'm saying? So a win with Hitman on your resume says a lot.
Yeah, and I think even if you look, for the most part, if you a solidified name, even if you lose, as long as you good, as long as you do good, people still gonna want to see your stock don't drop as long as you still good. Because if you lose to another name that's qualified and on the same stature as you or higher, it's no shame in the losing to them. So as long as you did good, your stock don't drop.
Okay, there you have it.
Yeah, I don't believe I'm with you though. Verb have to win. I don't think Young Ill have to win. All he have to do is be good. I don't think Hitman Holla all he have to do is be good. Verb have to win. All that talking. You think that white boy gonna beat me? You think that white boy? I'm gonna smoke him. I'm finna bear. I'm finna turn. Okay, you have to win.
I think A-Ward gonna smoke him. Verb been talking spicy, real jalapeno-ish. I think A-Ward gonna smoke him. And I don't think Briz Rothstein is going to get show off either.
You don't think he what?
He's going against show off.
It's already mentioned. What you mean?
Nah, Truth. Because for one, first of all, we seen how ARP rolling out these matchups. Why would he waste a Briz Rothstein return announcement on Twitter and then Why wouldn't you roll that out like how you rolling out all the other matches? And then somebody commented under Show Off post about, oh, so you gonna get Bridge? And he was like, wait, we'll see. Wait until the announcement. What you mean? Wait till you just saying it. So I think they just said that to hype it up. Now both of them might be on the card, but if you announced it, what you mean? Wait till the announcement. You saying it, and then why would you have that roll? You got these big trailers for all these other rollout matchups. Why would you waste a Briz Rothstein return on just wasting it on Twitter and Show Off just saying it? So I don't think he's battling Briz because that go against the rollout he's been doing. And then based off Show Off response talking about some wait until the when they asked him is he gonna get Briz and him saying, well, just wait until the announcement. Why I gotta wait till the announcement when you supposedly leaking it?
Okay. So you saying that you don't believe Show Off and Briz gonna rap with each other?
I don't believe they battling. I believe Show Off is battling Calico.
Calico battling Goods.
What?
Yes.
Oh, I never mind. Never mind. I ain't gonna say that. Truth, you know, you got the inside source. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I don't think Show Off is battling Briz because if ARP been you don't waste a Briz Rothstein rollout on just throwing it out on Twitter, but yet you gonna put A-Word versus Verb. You gonna get at the flashing lights and the big rollout, but a Briz return, you just let it go on Twitter like that. I don't get that.
You don't get what?
You rolling out all these other matchups, giving them the trailer, just popping up with an announcement of the battle, but a Briz Rothstein return, which is probably could be the biggest matchup announcement out of all the announcements you already announced, seeing how he ain't been battling in a while. You just let that go on Twitter, just on some the cat's out the bag. I'm leaking it on Twitter. That don't make sense to me.
I don't think it matters if it's mentioned or not to some degree because it's still gonna have the same effect when they put a trailer on it. I don't think whether or not it was mentioned on Twitter, whether somebody mentioned it on a blog, when it's released, it's still gonna have an impact on the culture. And for the most part, it's just the trailer. So how much could it really be? You get what I'm saying? I mean, like, how much could it really do? It's just the trailer. You get what I'm saying? As long as the battle is going down, that's what matters the most. That it's actually true. You know what I'm saying? The announcement really don't mean nothing. It's just the, oh, did you hear that? That's it for the most part. And all the battle rap bloggers just gonna grab it and start blogging on it. But the announcement really.
I feel you, but it's just like if you giving Hitman and Ill Will, Young Ill, and Big K and A-Word and A-Verb the rollout, the trailer announcement, everything. I just don't get why wouldn't you do that for a Briz Rothstein return? That to me would deserve that before all them other matchups, seeing how he left the game on fire and people been waiting on his return. I don't see how you just throw that out on Twitter just on some, oh, ALP, I can't hold a secret no more. I'm battling Briz. Like, what? Like, why would, like, it don't matter. We gonna watch it, but I'm just saying, like, why would you just throw that one out? Like, you could have threw Ill Will and Big K out like that. Like, I don't get that. But either way, I'm buying the card. I'm watching it. ARP, he done did it again, man. RBE done did it again. I can't complain. I can't. URL got to come with it, man. I need Summer Madness to be hitting.
I like Summer Madness so far. What they saying though?
See, truth. You know that. You know that behind the scene whisper, yin yang twin whisper. You know the whispers behind the scene.
Yeah, I like Summer Madness. What is putting together, but however, it's just the same roster, and like I said, that's what I like about RBE. I like the fact that ARP always try to do something different that's least expected, that ain't nobody expecting. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he got the same. He rotate the same guys too. The Rosenberg Raws, Ill Will, Show Off. They on every card basically. He just changes the opponent, but he changed whoever he changed the opponent with. That'd be the excitement because he go left field with it. You don't know where he gonna go with it.
Right. Facts. It'd be something different. Facts.
But all in all right. So true. So what you heard about Summer Madness? Is it competing so far with the RBE announcements?
Yeah, because the thing about the Summer Madness announcement, see now I'm a reverse this. I'm gonna tell you what I mean by reversing it. You see the thing that URL people be saying like URL, it look good on the paper, but then the battles don't come out like it look on the paper. That's what this is. This is exactly what this is on RBE now. It look good on paper. Young Ill and Big K, that look good on paper, but is Ill gonna come with it? Verb and A-Ward, that look good on paper, but is Verb gonna come with it? Hitman, Holla, and Ill Will, that look good on paper, but is Hitman, Holla gonna come with it? When Summer Madness, the matchup that's on there, like that Rock and Av matchup, you already know that's a wrap.
That's gonna be crazy.
That's gonna be 3 rounds craziness, drama. 3 rounds non-stop drama from both them. And it's gonna get personal. I'm
gonna be real though. I'd have rather. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. I'm average Tay Rocky fight. I'd have rather seen Tay Rock versus Sirius Jones. I'm keeping it 1,000.
That too. This new Sirius Jones crazy. I like Sirius Jones. I need to see if he still as good as he was before he left.
You ain't see that freestyle he did?
He released the freestyle. Hold on, wait. When he was coming out of the jail.
Yeah, he kissed the ground and all that. Yo, that was fire. That was fire, Truth. Don't front.
I don't recall it, so I can't really say nothing.
You did a whole recap on it, saying
recap. Did I do a recap of the freestyle?
Yeah, because you said he kissed the ground on playing some Muslim stuff. You did a little recap on it.
Yeah, terrible. Allah is not God. Allah is a rock, a Babylonian rock. Don't let nobody fool y'all. There is no such thing as Allah. Allah don't exist. Okay, don't let these people fool y'all. Don't let these Muslims lie to y'all.
Allah's Brother Rock. Remember Martin Brother Rock when he joined the shrine?
Oh yeah.
And he threw Brother Rock through the window so he could escape and get back home.
Right. Well, half the hair was an afro, the other half was right. Facts. Yeah, that's a fact. Allah is a real rock. It's a moon.
On his comedic.
It's a crescent moon rock. That's exactly what it is. Don't let nobody fool y'all. Try to make it seem like it's God. They be trying to lie to you. It's a real Babylonian rock. And just
a lot of these dudes in battle rap be Muslim too, man. I started to know.
That's what I'm saying. That's terrible. Just like the Kaaba that they worship in Mecca, it's the black stone. They worship rocks. It's worship of rocks and praying to the devil. That's what it is. He make them pray 5 times a day so they could open up their spirit to receive demons. That's what that is. Make no mistake about it, y'all. Let these people fool y'all just because they use the word God. Allah is not God. It's a rock, okay? And their prophet was a demon-possessed, crazy pedophile. His wife was 6 years old when he was 51 years old. Don't let them fool y'all, okay? And he didn't like black people. He hated black people. That's why they wrote in the Quran and in the Hadith that all black people go to hell and all white people go to heaven. So don't let these people lie to y'all.
Facts. Talk, True. Yo, True, real quick. Why are you already on that subject real fast? I don't want to get into something else.
Go ahead.
But why you don't never post your Clubhouse debates and upload it on YouTube?
Them things be 12 hours.
12 hours?
Yeah.
Debates?
Those rooms be 12 hours.
12 hours.
All right, so crop the important parts the lit part of the debate and throw that up. You ain't got to put the whole 12, wherever the most. I'll be one to listen
He's
to
supposed to
those.
be
You know what I'm saying?
power hour. Right. Malachi's supposed to be doing power hour.
He's a battle truth. Question. Lawrence James says, battle truth. You ever wondered why the devil hate humans so much? Seeing how evil and selfish humans are today in today's world, do you think maybe the devil was a good dude that turned evil? Okay, so let's address some things. The devil was evil before human beings was made and created. So he was evil before we was even made and created. Before God created Adam and Eve, the devil was already an enemy to God. Okay. So he was bad before he was evil before we even came. At one time, let's clear things up. God didn't create a devil. God created an angel who became a devil. Two different things. Okay. The angel he created called Lucifer, that was a righteous, holy angel at one time who became evil and became the devil. So God didn't create a devil. Just like when you was born, you wasn't created whatever you started on. Like I'm known for being a drug dealer in my city. But when I was born, I didn't come out of my mama's womb with a scale, a pistol, and a pound of weed and crack. Okay? That's something I decided to do of my own choice when I came of a certain age. But God didn't create me a drug dealer. Okay, so that's the same thing with Lucifer. God created an angel who became evil, rebelled against God, and he was kicked out of heaven along with all the angels that wanted to follow him in agreement with him. Then later on, God decided to create man afterwards. That's why when Adam and Eve is created in the garden, guess who in the garden already as a fallen foe and enemy? The devil. So he's already the devil in the beginning of their creation, showing that he fell before they were created. He was an enemy before they were created. Okay, so when you say, seeing how evil and selfish humans are in today's world, but why? Why are humans selfish and evil? That came from Satan's influence. He influenced the sin. He influenced the idea of rebelling. He pitched it to Adam and Eve to become just like him. Because before that, they was in holiness and righteousness. So so when you saying maybe the devil was good because we so evil, no, our evil comes from the choices he influenced over us that we decide to do. So you can't give him any credit in believing there's a possibility he can turn from his wicked and evilness to actually become good or do good. Just so you know.
It's because of his evil influence, because God knows that we're fighting a losing battle trying to resist the devil, that he came to save us from the devil. Okay, we wouldn't need to be saved from the devil if he was a good dude that wanted us to stop doing malicious and evil things.
Okay, so he said the devil don't tell us to cheat and have nasty sex. He actually do. He actually do. That's where it comes from. That's where you think those desires come from. Where you think they come from? Who you think invented it and created it? Who do you think influenced that? And
Right.
see, what you have to understand is the devil have angels and demons working with him. So they don't go nowhere. Those same demon spirits, they don't go nowhere. So he influences your ideas and choices. That's where it comes from.
Yeah, he presents you with temptation. And just think back when God made Adam and Eve, he saw them and he said it was good. It was perfect. Okay? They could do no wrong unless they choose to rebel against God. And because of the devil's influence, like you said, Malachi, that's where we are today. And so the devil doesn't tell us to cheat and have, yes, he does, because God tells us to have one woman, to make a woman out of her and honor her. God tells us to not pervert or defile your bedroom, and everything opposite of what God says, the devil counters it because he's working against God. That's why you have to constantly be in communication with God so that he can continuously renew and transform your mind to change your thinking, because he knows that the devil is after your mind and after the way you think and after the way you view the world. If he can continue to have you lose this battle in your mind, he can control you to do sinful things.
And truth and jest. Can y'all expand on this right here? You know what I mean? Because y'all good at articulating this. Cause I be seeing this a lot going around, that people be talking about it, celebrities and just online. People always say from time to time, I see them say, if God is God, why is babies getting kidnapped? Why are children dying? Why is if he's God, he should be able to come in and prevent these things? Why is so and so getting murdered by the police? Why ain't God stopping this? God stopping that? Why ain't he coming down and not preventing this from happening? Can y'all speak on that for the people that be talking that way, in the form of anything that happens that shouldn't be happening? If God is God, that he should just come down and prevent it, shouldn't no children be getting murdered, raped, or anything like that, if he is who he say he is? Can y'all clear that for the people that be talking like that?
Malachi, you want to go first?
I'll close out.
Okay. So this is just fake outrage. Everybody wants to be mad at God when they don't even realize you need to be mad at the devil too. That same energy, if you know that there's good, there's evil, there's an evil force and there's a good force, but you got all the smoke for the good, like why aren't you doing a better job? But no smoke for the evil force that's at work 24/7, never resting, just always attacking your family, always attacking you. You never say, yo, the devil's this, the devil, like, no, oh, why can't the devil stop just being evil? No one ever talks bad about the devil, but everybody wants to bring the smoke to God. At the end of the day, the creator designed earth to reflect his image, to be able to rule with freedom. He didn't create robots. He didn't want a world that just was subject to him and just basically were mindless zombies and did whatever he wanted. He wanted true fellowship. He wanted true love with his creation. He wanted to be with his creation holistically, them voluntarily wanting to be around him. So unfortunately, because of the sins of Adam and Eve, they corrupted their bodies that were perfect, and then they now have a fallen state that is subject to evil. And so God is going to stop it. If you open up your Bible, there is going to be an end to all evil. He is going to make a new earth and a new heaven, and he is going to make it where we don't have to ever worry about being subject to a fallen state ever again. So there is a plan. And if you don't accept Jesus right now and go under the umbrella of grace, when he does come for the evildoers and come for the devil followers, the Antichrist followers, and he comes for the devil, all those people will be punished. Open up the Bible. No evil will be done, will go unpunished. So at the end of the day, yes, we may see it now, but God's timing is not our timing. He is an infinite God. One day is like 1,000 years to us. So just because he's not doing it in the manner that you want doesn't mean that he's not doing nothing about it. He's God. And you need to humble yourself and say, hey, I don't know it all. We barely can even use 100% of our brain power. We only use, I think they're saying, like less than half of our brain power. Even the Einstein, I think he uses 50%. But an average person uses less than 50% of their brain. The smartest person. So we're subject to a finite brain, and we don't get everything and we don't see everything. So to come and think that, oh, someone that designed our bodies, if you can just look at how beautiful, I was just looking at how much muscles are on our backs, and it's just crazy. The design on a human body, the design for even like a chameleon, how you can step on fruit and change colors. There's a creator behind all that. And just because you don't think he's doing nothing about it doesn't mean he's not doing nothing about it. I would say for those people, they just want to point the finger at and say God should be, the one stepping in. But guess what? People are not asking God's advice when they're doing these wicked things. These people aren't seeking God. Oh God, why did you let my brother crash the car or get drink before he drove? He has free will. You don't consult with God when you want to do these evil things. When people want to rob banks, they don't consult with God, but then the blame gets put on God. When you want to operate out of your free will to do whatever you want and then everybody blames God at the end. Like God was never in it in the first place. But I'm going to leave it there, Mal, and you can continue to answer the question.
Can I add something real quick before you start, Battle Truth?
What?
And from my perspective, because I asked y'all, because I know y'all gonna give the in-depth answers. But from my perspective, my whole thing is like, whenever something happened to somebody in life, whether somebody got raped, killed, police brutality, how do we even know if they even believed in God? How we know if they was even living right? Not to say that because they wasn't living right that they deserve what they got, but how can you say, well, why didn't God jump in and stop this, stop that? What if they ain't even believe in God? Why should God had jumped into something that they didn't even believe in the first place, or they was living a wrong lifestyle that warrants God to even want to hop in? And I feel like people try to just, when the favor is not in somebody they love hand, or when somebody that don't believe in God go through something, that's when they want to call on them and they convenience. But what about before that? So because something happened to this person, God should have stepped in. But what if that person hated God? What if that person ain't them, never prayed, never spoken to him, never tried to hear from him, never went to church? Then what? So God's supposed to just hop in for everybody that he expect to love him, but they didn't love him back. Not to say that they deserve what happened to them, but at the same time, how can you blame God for not protecting somebody that never even had a conversation with him or cared to know who he was? That's it.
Okay. It's a lot to know about the word of God. That's why it's important for us to read and understand. So you won't be deceived or manipulated by what anybody say or be driven away by any persuasive words. You would just know the truth. When I first got saved, I made it my business to want to know the truth myself. Even if somebody said something to me and I believed it to be true because it sounded good, I still wanted to know the truth myself. So that's the important reason why we have the word of God, because it answers all the things in life you need to know by which you can be saved. So when we talking about children, when you read the Bible say children are a gift from God. Then the Bible also say that every child came into this world was given their own angel, and that their angels appear before the face of God every day. Children are blameless in the eyesight of God, which means there is no children in hell. All children, if they pass, whether prematurely or violently in any type of way, they automatically go straight to heaven. And in heaven, they are not children. They are in the full state of glory by which they can respond to the majesty of God. Like, say, for instance, if a woman had just conceived and just found out she was pregnant and that baby wasn't fully developed, that's still a life in that woman's stomach. And let's say she miscarried. That baby that was in her stomach that wasn't fully formed, that she miscarried, will be in the presence of the living God, fully grown in full stage of glory and power, not as a undeveloped fetus, but as a real, fully grown. You couldn't even imagine. I'm just giving you an example. Greater than you, wiser than you, in the presence of the living God. That's what happens with children. Going back to when people say, oh, why do God allow this? Why do God allow that? Whatever children temporarily suffer and go through, the gift is greater than the suffering. Let me tell you again, the gift is greater than the suffering. And what they obtained as a result of that temporarily suffering to actually be some type of lesson and helping to this earth, if you actually look into it, regardless to how sad or tragic, because a lot of these things that's put in play that we have now that saves and protects a lot of children come from a result of children suffering and going through things. You know that? A lot of laws have been passed to enforce strict punishment and harsh things on people as a result of children suffering. A lot of cures from diseases and things like that have been found as a result of children suffering. So God even used the bad thing to his glory to actually help the rest of the world in the things that they ignorant about because they don't know. Now, I say this to say this. If you ask a child, let's say a child got raped. To us, yeah, that look real bad, and that is bad, and it's real sad. Say somebody raped them and killed them. And but they woke up in the presence of God, right? Fully grown in a glorified body with the gift of eternal life. You think if you ask that child, would they take that back? You think they'll say no? Yeah, absolutely not. They wouldn't. Why? And then here's another thing. Even though it looked bad and even though it's tragic, those things are a blessing to them, because who's to say that those children would have grew up loving God, worshiping God, and actually end up going to hell? Who's to say that? You wouldn't know that. So children are spared even through their sufferings temporarily to receive the gift of eternal life. Now, the thing about the devil have a right just like we do. The devil have a right just like we do. Let me tell you what I mean by that. When the devil sinned against God, he was given a time for his judgment. It's sort of like when you commit a crime. You have a trial. You get arrested, you charged, and now you have a trial. And when found guilty, then you have a sentencing date. Well, in the Bible, the devil have already been found guilty. Sentencing date. And until his sentencing date is up, like the Bible speaks about, in the 7,000 year, when his sentencing date is over, he will be thrown into the lake of fire. So God gave him a sentencing date for him. Okay? Now, we in the 6,000 year of his 7,000 sentencing date. See, that's what I mean by y'all have to read and understand what's going on. Let me say this one more time. We are in the 6,000th year of his 7,000 sentencing date. Let me tell you something about that, in case y'all don't get this. In the 6,000 year, the devil will be locked up for another 1,000 years to his 7,000. That's why things are so bad right now, because his time is short. He finna get locked up real soon for 1,000 years because Christ is returning to the earth to take back the earth. God gave man 6,000 years to rule on the earth, and the 6,000 years is up. The 6,000 years is up. Because the 6,000 years show that man cannot rule without God. And under man's rule, we have a ruling of sin. So when Christ returned back to the earth in the 6,000 years to set up the millennial kingdom for the next 1,000 years, it will be 1,000 years of peace, and the devil will be locked up. After Jesus 7,000 years of peace, 1,000 year of peace, and the devil is released after the 1,000 year, which is the 7,000, he will gather one last time to try to uprise against God and immediately be destroyed and cast into the lake of fire. After this, all sin will be done away with. All sin will be done away with. There will be no more sin. And as a result of there will be no more sin, we will be ushered into the eternal kingdom. So people be wise on what's going on, and do not allow the things of this world to concern you. But you should be concerned if you don't have a relationship with Jesus Christ. You should be concerned, you know. So this is where we at right now. That's why you keep on hearing people saying we're in the last days. That because when you know the Bible and the Bible gives you God's calendar, we right on time of the arrival of Jesus Christ, by which we will be ushered into the eternal kingdom after his millennial reign of those who believe in him. So it's things like that, you know. Very important. And that's another thing. People don't know what's going on. You know, like we as human beings, like Sister Jeff was saying, we limited to things. When God allowed things to happen, God see the end result to the very end of what he is allowing. What he allowed, he see the very end of it. You could see it happening and look at it like it's bad, but don't know that it works out for the good. Like the Bible say, all good things work for the good of those who love the Lord. The Bible also says that for what the enemy meant for bad, God took it and it worked for his good. So anytime you see bad going on and it look bad, you can bet that it's working out the good for God. So even if something look bad, it's working out the good for God. And there is none of God's children in heaven, not one. So any child that ever suffered or had to go through something for whatever lesson or whatever hardship that ever came, those children are in the kingdom of heaven, fully grown in glory and in power.
Amen.
I wish that would have happened to me. And I'm just keeping it real. I wish that could have happened to me where I didn't really have to go through life and automatically receive the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
Like literally. I wish that would have happened to me. So those children are blessed and fortunate, even though they went through something temporarily. But that's why God gave us the freedom of choice, because the bad thing that's happening to children for the most part on this earth, we have the power to stop. We have the power to stop. You can stop child abuse. You can stop rape. You can stop murder. That's why he put us down here. And that's why a lot of people down here do prevent and stop these things. But God didn't create us to control us. He created us to love us. He created us to love one another. That the things that's happening here, we supposed to come together in the spirit of God to prevent. Not God step in to say, stop doing it. We supposed to be doing this. We do. You know, so it's things like that, you know.
And you know, it's crazy truth. I remember like a few years ago when people was like, well, if God is this, God is that, then why slavery happened, slavery this, slavery that? And you had said something that like, I ain't think of it that way. You was like, well, if God would have stopped slavery, you wouldn't be here. You here because the result of slavery. So I never thought about it that way until you said that. And that's actually a fact, because if we trace back our family tree of how our mom met our father, how they parents met, how they met for the like through the line of slavery, of that's how they was born to even be to their parents, to where they even met in America, to where certain things like if slavery never happened and everybody was still in Africa, we wouldn't be here. I ain't think about it like that till you had said that.
Facts. Okay, now let me tell you what I mean by that. Now think about this. Now people always say, why God didn't destroy the devil when he sinned? Well, one thing you also got to understand, the devil ain't to blame for everything we do. So let's make that clear. The devil is not to blame for everything we do. But let's look at something. If the devil never rebelled against God and was kicked out of heaven, then he never tempts Adam and Eve in the garden. The tempting of Adam and Eve in the garden led to sin, and they were cast out of the garden as a result of rebelling against God, which triggered off a different offering than what was expected. As a result of that, we are the result of the fall. So if Satan never fall, Adam and Eve them never be tempted to eat, which triggered off a different offspring by which we are here today. So if it wasn't for the fall, we wouldn't be here. We are the result of the fall. Slavery never happens, we not here. So to say that it should never been slavery, erase you, your children, whoever you love, your mama, your father, any good, all that's gone. Why this? And this goes back to what I said. Human beings is not infinite, immortal like God, who is Alpha and Omega. So we only see partial. We only see partial. And because you can't see the whole thing, this is why sometimes you confuse at what's being allowed, because you don't see the ending of what's being allowed by God. God can see that this tragic death will actually lead to somebody creating a cure for this that's going to save millions, or a law being passed that's going to save billions. See what I'm saying? A lot of people don't see sometimes children that were born sickly led to a loving, moving parent to actually do something and start all type of foundations and things like that to help and raise money for such and such as a result of trying to save their children. A lot of foundations was made as a result of that. That if nothing happened or these children wouldn't have been sick, a person wouldn't have been moved to actually move on their behalf to want to find some type of prevention. That a lot of these cures and bills and things wouldn't even been passed if it wasn't for something so sad at times.
And true, I want to add on to that, because sometimes a tragedy could be good for the bigger cause. For like, for example, like this is a smaller example, like
Jesus
but
on the cross. Jesus on
right.
the cross. He died for the he was crucified, beaten, crucified, stabbed, died. But that one death saved billions. That one death saved billions. Now, he glory for it. So do you think he want to take back the crucifixion? No. Take it back for what? Yeah, I suffered. Yeah, I went through it, and yeah, it hurted. Yeah, at the time I was going through it, I couldn't wait for it to be over. Now it's over. The benefit that was great in the suffering, I wouldn't change it for the world. Just like when I went to prison. Yeah, I wanted to be out every time. I didn't want to do all those years. I wish I would have got out way sooner. I wanted to at that time. Now, when I see how it worked and what it produced in me, I wouldn't take back a day, because I needed every day to be the changed man I am today. See what I'm saying? But at the time I was going through it, I didn't think that way. I didn't feel that way. I wanted to get out. I wanted to be home. But God knew if I would have got out soon, I would have probably went back to that same old life. So I needed all the time he gave me as a result of my wrong, my actions that I chose to do. He still had mercy on me. The time that was given me, I needed all that time to be who I am right now today. And I wouldn't change it for nothing in the world.
And think about the truth. Oh, go ahead, Jess.
No, I just wanted to add, because the guy was in the chat talking about God didn't use evil on Job. So the devil didn't have access over Job's life until God allowed it. And God only allowed it because he wanted to bring out good in Job's life, because Job even said it in the beginning, the thing I feared the most has happened to me. And God wanted to make him a better man and to conquer his fears and to trust God so that he can bless him. And then he received more than he was already wealthy and he already had everything before, but then he received more. God restored him like threefold. So at the end of the day, yes, God turns evil into good for those that serve him and love him. But you can go ahead, Brooklyn.
No,
he said God don't use evil. That sounds crazy. The Bible say all things, including evil, all things work for the good of those who love the Lord. That's what it said.
He's trying to say Job was a righteous man. Again, Job still had things in his heart, like he said, the thing that I feared worse has happened to me. And God doesn't want you to have fear and operate in fear and live in fear. So God allowed the devil to take away all of his things around him, his family, his riches, so that he can teach him something. God gives and God takes away, but you don't have to fear of anything because your life is in my hands. So at the end of the day, there was a lesson that he wanted to, like, just like Malachi, there was a lesson in him going through the prison system and becoming a better man out of it. So for his family and for himself and all the friends around him. So no, yes, he does use it for good. Go ahead.
Yeah, right. God used everything for his glory. Everything, brother. Again, what part of scripture don't you get? The Bible
He's
said,
not like a Muslim. He said
right.
evil is a test of faith.
Look, this is what I'm saying. Look, God used everything for his glory. And that's why the Bible say, what do it say? For what the enemy meant for bad, that's evil. The devil do evil. What the enemy meant for bad, God made it for the good.
Hello.
You don't get that? Part of that ain't you getting.
It's
What
in the
enemy,
Bible.
right? What the enemy meant for bad, God took it and made it work for the good. All things work for the good of those who love the Lord and call for his glory. We don't panic off fear and evil. When we in the right state with the Lord, no matter what this world throw at us, we good because we're going to receive glory and eternal life, and we're going to rule this world, and we're going to be in glory. So we ain't shaken by that. And the thing about it, again, and all children go to heaven. The only people going to hell is those who wanted to go anyway, because God give every adult a chance. Every adult had a chance to believe. So notice, no children is in hell, but all adults are in hell, not children. So anybody that's in hell is adults, which means they had a chance, a choice, an opportunity to accept and believe in Jesus, but didn't. Every last one, make no mistake about it. So adults are in hell, not children. So no matter what a child suffer and go through, that child is in heaven. What that child suffered temporarily, he receives an eternal gift of life. So, yeah. Right. Come on now. Anyway, we 3 hours in, sis, man.
I'ma holla at y'all, truth, man.
Appreciate you, bro. God bless you, man. Anything you want to say before we get up out of here, sis?
Oh, no, nothing.
Yo, Jess, we'll talk. We'll talk.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next time.
Facts. Appreciate the questions, though, man. We love that type of stuff. And a lot of brothers and sisters need to be aware of that. There's so many people scared to talk about God, it ain't even funny. Brothers and sisters can talk about everything. They could talk about guns. They could talk about girls. They could talk about rap. But soon as God come up, it's always a problem. It's always what you so scared of. You're going to have to see him one day. And why are you running from the only one who love you? Like, why are we running from the only one who love us? God love you more than your mama. God love you more than your father. God love you more than your kids. God love you more than your woman or your man, whoever it is. Why are you afraid to know the one God who made and created you as great as you are? And if he made and created you and great as you are, and you don't know him, imagine what you're missing out on. Imagine what you could be if you actually really knew him and got to know him. Like, come on, stop. Don't let the devil get y'all so cheap. Open your eyes, wake up. If you could be into battle rap and cars and all this stuff, you should have a desire and passion to want to know who the living God is. You need him. You're going to need him. Anything can happen to you. You can get hit by a car. You can have a heart attack, a stroke, aneurysm, stab, kill, kidnap, car accident. They say over 100,000 people die a day. Literally. That's the estimation of how many people die a day. Over 100,000. And look how old you is, and God keep blessing you with the grace to see another day. Like, come on now, man. Like, open your eyes. Stop being afraid. Stop being afraid.
Right.
So we out of here, sis?
Yeah. We're out. Thank you guys for watching. And chatting with us in the chat. Appreciate it.
And it's another thing too. He said slavery was a curse laid down by Noah. Terrible for you to think that way, bro. You You don't know scripture. I'm glad I'm finna cut this off with that. You don't know scripture. Slavery was before Noah was even born. Okay, you read the Bible, it tell you, man. You know when them angels rebelled against God and sin entered into the world, then that right there birthed slavery. The moment sin entered into the world, it birthed slavery. The Bible say the man that sin is a slave to sin, and sin have no boundaries. Sin will open you up to all sorts and type of things. Okay, so there were slaves before Noah was even born. Okay.
That's a fact.
My gosh. Okay, so
Who do they think Hagar was?
yeah. So we out of here, sis?
Oh yeah, we are.
Okay.